by insults and then run off the list. Is that what would you say to that, Darian?
AJ already hit the button, is what I say to that.
I mean, I already did that,
Yeah,
but,
okay.
but what's the point if it's your game only? Like,
Yeah.
But also, like, what if you like have an insult like in session that hasn't been evaluated yet? Like, that having an Adam evaluation is useless if you can't evaluate on the spot.
okay, how much damage is you can't end on a loss right now?
So, Aaron, would you like to take it away?
I think that's a D20, baby. D20 damage.
We
Yeah,
can
you're
do
right.
100, AJ, come on. There we go, 52 damage.
I've never seen that. Oh,
And
no, I
you're
haven't seen
stunned,
that.
okay?
I've
It's
seen
alright, it's okay, you're stunned.
Oh.
After you can't end on a loss.
They're okay.
Alright. Hey everyone, we're back with some more Echoes of the Forgotten. We're back, we're ready to go. We are missing a Sam, and Mim is currently not feeling very vocal today, so she'll probably mainly be typing for the most part, just letting you all know ahead of time. Other than that, Darren, what happened? Let's get this show on the road.
Last time on Echoes, the gatekeepers finished fighting off the two tribesmen who grouped up on the party. Even with their forces combined, they were unable to defeat the players, and only managed to get away with a scant few tags. On the other hand, the party managed to nearly triple their store of tags and continued their way towards the plateau after a short rest. Discovering the path was blocked by a purple worm, a foe they did not want to risk fighting, the gatekeepers tried to sneak past. This almost worked, and when the worm noticed their attention, noticed them and drew its attention at them, they managed to run towards the rocky outcropping and climb up the side of the plateau to safety. At the top, they found themselves surrounded by another group of Leonid who were badly wounded, and barely still even in the event, with only a single tag remaining. A brief fight ensued, though the groups eventually decided to cease aggression, and they formed a temporary truce as the party promised to help their group make it to the final plateau and not be kicked out of the event. This did not go very well, as a group of harpies swooped on the party as they tried to cross the bridge. Some tags were lost, and sadly the weakened tribe's only tag was taking them out of the event. At the second plateau,
No,
Sorry.
before. They're not at the second plateau yet.
Alright.
Yeah.
As the second plateau faces them, the final stretch towards safety sits ahead, and the party prepares themselves to move forward.
As minor fix up from last time. After the harpies, you're still on the bridge. We claimed that you finished it, but you're still on the bridge. As the first drag has happened, as you all look around, you see that some of the tags have been roughed off. You see behind you the people that you're with have faded from this plane. But as you also see a bunch of the harpies start to swing back and go for a second attempt. At which point, I'll have everyone roll
We have to keep moving.
initiative. Feel free to position yourselves in those 6 squares however you think you will be. I made a rough estimate of what I assumed everyone wanted to be in. So switch to...
What is
Yeah, I'll concede staying at the back. Mostly because I don't think I would be able to push my way further up. Why is warding? Staff of warding. Yep.
That warning is awesome.
and Akfa.
It was a good trade for a pearl.
Pearl Power is also awesome.
Yeah. I can't be surprised. I should make that other roll advantage last time. Ooh, awkward.
Alright.
Okay. Well, technically, I can't be surprised with staff of warding.
And the eldritch monster is coming out of Christine's mouth.
Yeah, as you're all running along the bridge, heading towards the end, the harpies are swooping around, about to come in for a second pass.
So the order is this one. As you see, coming from like underside of the second plateau, flying up until this point, you see this one that has Their face skin seems to have been mostly exposing the bone below it. It's like half a skull. As they will.
This isn't the tundra. Beneath the mountains?
Were we? Yeah, we were doing that one. Yeah.
Where's Gonk?
Yeah. I think. Right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just gonna message you. Don't worry, I was talking to myself, but also go and message you.
Yeah, doing that one? What is that one?
As the co-DM, talking to yourself is Sid.
Oh yeah, that's
Cool. Yeah.
I think it's a core doing that.
Everyone roll wisdom saving throw.
No.
Is this a charm effect?
Yes.
No.
I believe. No, this one's not a charm effect.
Fuck, I don't have any bonus. Damn it, I can't do shit.
I know, you only have...
You serious?
It's cause of,
Oh, shit.
Because Hugon's a motherfucker, is why.
Oh, right.
Hey, I did good.
I will. I believe my staff can allow people to re-roll saving throws if I remember correctly. I think that's the whole thing.
Thank
Let me just
you.
double check. Within 30
This is terrible.
feet. Can I let Hugon re-roll his, please?
Yeah, use your reaction to using your staff to allow Hugon to re-roll his save. Hugon, roll it again.
The lowest.
Oh, that'll probably be much better.
That's
You
fine.
stole the inspiration from him, Des. How dare you?
Selena. You
Oh,
are...
sorry.
I'm joking.
You are frightened of this harpy.
Yeah, it was probably better to do that too.
I think that, yeah, it's best to have our frontliner not be scared.
It would be funny though. Also, what are you talking about?
I've
Upper's right
All of
there.
our wisdom saving throws. They got 2 frontliners, okay.
That's her turn.
I'm also here.
Christine.
Hi. I don't like that one. But considering how far away, like in terms of direction around us. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say like because it does matter for me having certain ranges I need to actually like abide by.
They're all about 30 feet in the air.
Okay. In that
There's
case,
a pretty substantial drop to the water below.
yeah. If they're up in the air 30 feet and they're hit at all, none of my 30 feet spells will matter. In that case, I'm just gonna double check the reading of a spell because it's been a while since I've used it. I don't think this is going to be what I want it to do. No, okay, that's not what I want. I don't have any temp HP. I'm running with what I've got. This is actually really annoying. I don't like this position at all. I'm going to move past people. I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm actually going to go 30 if I can. With the rough angle, would that still be within 30 feet even with the up direction or no? I can't tell if it's like a square up or square down on whatever squares we're on.
Square up.
Okay, 1 square up. Then in that other movement I would have gone basically there with my thing. I want to be basically just exactly within 30 feet of it. Trying to prey on it not knowing what this is because this isn't really a spell that most people know. I'm going to cast a first or second. We're going to go with a second. I can't do second. Third level, Chains of Suffering.
Okay.
And as a brief reminder, because I've half forgotten, forceful connection, choose target, they must make a wisdom. Might be good at this. I'm going to give him disadvantage
Okay.
Who are you targeting?
with 3 sorcery points.
Hit disc before you roll the save on.
This and chains.
Oh, weird. Oh, you didn't. Okay, it did, but it didn't matter. Yeah, you see it naturally repels sort of these magical effects. And it succeeds.
Yeah, thought I'd give it a try. No, just trying to create like this thin tether, but just something within it just shatters and snaps.
Yep.
That's my action. Bonus action. What's
no,
up?
keep
How you
going.
doing?
I'm waiting for you to do it.
Okay. Cool.
Then I'll go.
Bonus action. I'm actually going to load in a file. And I'm going to preload an air,
Okay.
just in case. And that will be my turn.
Can you roll a perception check into the tower for me?
Oh, fuck, I'm great at those. It's my
Terra.
bread and butter, actually.
Terra's turn.
Took a 20, right?
Who knows?
21? About 20. I'm moving. Christine was moving forward, but like, she looked like she was trying to like kind of half do something to put herself in the front line aspect of it. Whether we're all running forward or not, she's at least trying to make movement.
Yeah, of course. I will say the harpies only began to attack when you got onto the bridge from before to now. So potentially getting off the bridge might make them have to pull back.
Damn, I thought I could do that. Oh well, I'm not on to the next turn.
Pay fate and shoot one with your crossbow. Okay.
Hola.
Target whoever and fail your shot.
That is
Oh.
a miss.
11.
Now you cry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Selena, as you frightened of this creature, you just hear discordant echoing of this song. As you're frightened of it, you take 5 psychic damage.
Okay. So the frightened ability makes it so I can't move towards that creature.
It means you have disadvantage on their attack rolls. Typically, if it's something like that that's in the description, it just means if they're in your sight, you have disadvantage on, I think just attacks? I'm not sure. About
Basically,
saves.
it's pretty much all checks.
Yeah.
Okay. So
if you can
I can
see
still
him,
keep moving up.
Yes.
Yeah, that's okay. That's perfectly fine. So there are 5, 15, 20, 25, 30 as like number one goal is to get off this bridge. But we're gonna have to probably defend ourselves as well, most likely. I think I will go defensive and cast a bless on. I'll go. What's my spell slots look like? I'll go with first level for now, just because I've only got 1 second left over. And I'm going to cast a bless on myself. And actually, who's got the most sash spells? Arkfur still? I know Christine's
does.
got a few.
I got 2.
Yes.
I have 10.
Zaz has got a fair few. Okay. How far away?
I got 2 real, 2 fake on me.
Okay. I only have 2 as well. Honestly, I tell you what, I'll go 1 on myself because I feel like I am a bit of a target at the moment. So 1's on Zaz, keep those safe, and 1 on Christine because she's right fucking next to this dude.
Yeah.
So what's that? Saves and attacks.
Okay.
And yeah, basically she's planning on just like bolstering but like continually moving off the bridge if she can.
Yeah.
Hoping that we can get out of the way of this bridge at least.
Before we do anything else, I need Tara to roll a perception check into the tower. I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw, and then also a perception check into the tower.
Ooh, right. Okay, wisdom saving throw.
You just perception check into the tower.
Ah,
Yep.
perception into the tower.
The wisdom
Oh,
save is
sorry, I
for
didn't need to.
Selena's fear effect.
You are still frightened.
Fuck.
It's okay.
And
Oh right, it's disadvantage.
And Terra,
Do I have to roll a d? Do I have to roll a d20? Sorry.
Oh, spell.
Spell.
Oh yes, you do.
Right.
Yes.
I'll do that too. Yeah.
I forgot.
We forgot.
No, I did too.
With that, then.
That's all good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Terra, as you're looking around, you see sort of coming like across the bridge length, sort of behind you, now probably a bit over you, is a large shadow that no one else seems to have spotted yet. Akva and Hugin. I think Akva is just going to. Does he have ranged weaponry?
Spears?
No. I guess he just runs. Oh, he's got a crossbow. Yeah, okay.
Run up and crossbow.
He'll run up and he'll probably.
He'll throw his moon touch sword that he uses every
Into
day
the
at one
river.
part.
It would be wild if you came back. You don't have your sword anymore, man. We threw it off the bridge.
Yeah,
Yeah, just quickly throw everything off the
I
bridge.
just thought it was logical of him, you know?
It made sense in his mind to throw anything he could at the enemy. Makes sense.
He hits. Bonus action.
You met him a
recharge.
shadow. Yeah.
Critical hit.
Woo!
13 damage.
Wait, did you roll twice?
For yeah?
For crossbow?
Bonus action
Bonus
reload.
action reload.
Never mind. Right, because he can do to that.
He can do a bonus
forget that
action.
you I forget that he can bonus action attack, you know? It's fair enough. I thought that was a
tremendous.
tremendous.
Stay in your lane.
Technically!
Technically, it's
technically
the roll.
Technically, it's not a melee attack. It's
I'm
bonus
going
action.
to bonus
Just check
action.
disadvantage.
I'm going to bonus action Fey Gift upon myself and Mr. the Inazaz.
Mm-hmm.
We shall have an increased movement speed.
For how long?
10 feet for 1 turn.
Okay. Interesting.
Pretty cool.
Now jump.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I love watching the effects appear and disappear
Yeah.
on people as you run past them. You just dashing?
Yep.
Okay. As you run past, you make your way to the other bridge, the other side of the bridge.
Yeah. There you go.
All right. As
Let's
you
see.
do, as you would make a perception check, but it's not necessary. As by the time as every sort of turn is concurrently the same 6 seconds. As Terra points it out, you see this large figure drop onto the bridge. Very puma-like lioness face, large ears, with the body of like a winged lizard. As it slams onto the bridge, we'll have everyone roll a dexterity check.
Do you think that
Do I need
thing's
to
weak
roll
to
one?
wisdom?
No, you are not
No,
on
you
the
don't need
bridge.
to roll one. Yeah.
Saves, right?
Yeah.
Dexterity save.
Dexterity.
Dexterity.
Bye, guys.
I'm gonna react. I don't think I've used my reaction. Yeah, no, I'm gonna reaction. Let Inazaz re-roll that.
I'm just double checking one thing before I press a funny button.
Wait, are we rolling checks or saves? Because you said
Save.
check.
Roll save.
Oh, what's it? This? Oh.
Nah.
Oh.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Oh, never mind. I got a 4.
Wait, that was incorrect by Inazaz. Because I gave them the help action, it would apply to the next roll. I believe you do get another roll if Selena is doing that.
Okay, just to make sure. Selena has set her thing to let Azaz re-roll, which you can roll another check anyway, which we went from a 9 to a 6. Would have been 11. No, yeah, basically a 10 to a
Yeah.
6. And then because of the help action, you get to roll one last time, Zaz.
Okay. Bye, guys.
It fucking teased you on that.
Is it just as?
That's good. No,
Just-
he saved it.
Just
No,
as.
Selena rolled a 13 as well. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
You are both knocked prone as the lion drake lands on the thing and like shuffles all the boards as it does so.
Can I do a flip?
I thought we were gone. I thought we were at the edge.
No.
No, if you were at 5, you would have been.
You're just knocked prone.
It's okay. I have a cloak.
I'd float.
anything
I'll
else?
turn into a
Treacher lion.
goldfish and hit one of the rocks.
It'll. Again, it'll like I guess it'll just whoop and make some attacks at Mr. Man
I
by
heard that
himself.
You the one man who could reach, yeah.
Boom, go for a bite. That's a crit. Oh, that's a crit.
How successful is like the goldfish tactic?
I'm letting AJ roll.
Because they're all
It's
good.
100% of
You
it.
can roll the next
Yeah,
ones if you want.
Not gonna lie, it's okay, AJ. I also would have crit him, so it's okay.
You take 40 damage, can roll a strength saving throw, Dimir.
Oh, that's good.
I 19.
You're okay.
You're good. It'll then go for 2 claws.
Uh-oh.
That's a hit.
Why couldn't it be a Draco Lich?
Because you want to die?
I mean, kinda.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
it's a miss.
Okay.
Hey,
Healthy
Phil,
one
buddy.
now.
On a scale of 62, 1.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Well, you did get crit. That's yeah.
Yeah.
you know, factor 1 though.
What do they get? They get to do.
That means you're not out yet. You still got plenty of fight in you.
They
Get back
will.
in
This
there,
one will
soldier.
swoop down onto the on the ground man's.
Yep.
Call him a mushroom.
And we'll lay at him with a claw attack. He'd have advantage. Just didn't put the prone effect on you. That's my bad. That's a miss. As it will then fly back up.
What a bitch.
30. Wait, so 10, 15, 20, 5. Back up. 15.
Reaction
Back up
attack.
15. You can.
Yep, I'm gonna bite this thing in its ass.
Yeah.
Being prone, does that give me disadvantage on melee
Yes.
attacks?
Yes.
Cool. Munch. Okay.
You're not having a good day.
That
It's
is.
like competitive, so it's fine.
That is
Yeah.
not a hit. That is just not a hit.
Wow, thanks. You needed that.
This one will.
Yeah, you suck just enough.
Yeah, that'd be right.
This one will do the same. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Joke's on you, I'm not disadvantaged.
Oh.
No advantage, bitch.
And we'll go for a bite attack.
Hit me, so I can make you go up in flames.
Then we'll go for a claw attack. With a crit.
Okay. I did ask for it.
7 damage. Second
Cool.
claw attack. If you're
Why the hell should beat that?
should be able to.
No, I'm just wondering if I can, or no, I can if I should. No, I don't think I will.
Hit.
Yep, fair.
And has no more vertical movement from its position. Zaz, you're on the ground.
Hey! Hey guys! I'm on the floor!
The floor man.
Hey, Rebecca.
Okay, I have a question, and I know the answer's gonna be no, but I'm remiss if I didn't ask. If I wild
Yes.
shape, can I wild shape into the not prone position, or am I still gonna have to stand up?
I'll allow it because it's
I
funny. It's
assume
cool.
so. Yeah. I assume because you can assume into a bird that's mid-flight, I guess. Like.
Or if
you
you're
have
on all
flight.
fours, then you just go into like a tiger.
Cool.
That's pretty cool.
I'm gonna wild shape.
Mhm.
I'm gonna turn into a warhorse.
Okay.
Oh.
Let's get you a horse.
Just turn to walls and kick this harpy in the face.
I thought it flew back away.
That one did. Oh, it flew up.
My one's next to me, chilling, vibing, having a great time together. We go way back.
This horse is called Warzorse.
Okay. Yep.
'Cause-
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Not in his horse.
Zorhorse.
In his horse is pretty
Zor,
funny.
Zors.
Stallion.
In a horse.
Well,
Hey,
now
you're
I've
in a
got movement
horse.
speed of 70 feet.
In a horse.
I feel like it's horse.
Yeah, it's. You would still have that extra 10 feet.
10 feet, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, shit.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 25,
Just pick someone up along the way.
60. They can jump on if they want. I've already used my action.
No.
You can easily, or you can do 10 more feet if you want, because you had an extra
Yeah.
10 feet of movement.
70. I'm in this dude's ass. I
you
have moved
close-
at least 20 feet in a straight line. I'm going to trample and charge.
Fair enough.
DC 14 strength save.
Oh yes. Okay. Okay. Obviously. I was just making sure that was not an attack. 'cause
It was a terrifyingly
we
long
do
time.
have that. Where is he?
Doesn't.
I assume it's not. I assume it's not. So okay. No strength save. Okay.
Yes.
11.
It is prone.
Okay.
This thing bites Hugin really heavily in the shoulder as it lands, claws twice at him, knocking him down in a horrible situation. And then a fucking warhorse just kicks this thing in the back of the head and knocks it over.
This motherfucker just got shoulder checked by a horse.
Oh, you do need
Assume-
to. Okay. We'll do it for now, but you're
do need
supposed to hit with a hooves attack on the same turn.
It's fine.
It's fine. We'll do it for
As a
now.
bonus action. At the very end, it says as a bonus action.
No. If the horse moves at least 20 feet forward and a creature then hits with the hooves attack on the same turn.
Ah, okay. No, it's okay. I'll just end my turn there.
It's all good. We'll allow it this time because we didn't know the rules, but it's fine. That's just the rule. All right. Horse. This one.
Gotta be horse.
1, 2. Oh. Can you move? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now odd level with the bridge, but it's going lower. Can't reach its destination. Just have a look at who is injured.
I am. Bill me.
You are injured.
For Christine, Selena,
Okay.
all have little wounds.
I mean, if you got Hugin.
Selena would be closest. So, go down to 5 feet. It has advantage on your attacks because you've taken damage.
Oh, fuck.
And we'll go for a bite.
That's rough.
That's a hit. We'll go for...
Oh.
There goes Bless.
There goes bless.
You get insp.
What is my fucking rolling today? Like, I am just not having good luck.
You do get it.
Oh, I could
It'll
have
come
used
back.
insp to give them disadvantage.
That's
Oh,
a
oh.
miss.
I couldn't have actually.
And second attack.
I couldn't have done that.
That was all the first attack? Jesus Christ.
Huh?
Yeah.
The concentration was the first attack, yeah. And,
Damn.
Yeah, I'm
and that's a
lucky.
crit.
Cool.
AJ, good job.
That's 8 damage. Top of the order. This one.
You should do it again.
We'll go ahead and square off with this one.
Uh-huh. Hi, how you doing? You didn't like what I tried to do? I just thought we could be good friends.
One bite.
Me and you connected, string of fate, you know?
Hit.
Yeah, fair.
Big
Yeah, fair.
chomp. 25
I mean, it's gonna
damage.
take some damage back on itself.
I am 100% doing a first level Hellish Rebuke on that,
Go ahead.
because I know I'm not that far from it. It is a deck shove.
It succeeds.
Still takes 2d10.
It does still take 2d10, reduced to 6.
Damage is damage.
Slash. With the claw. That's a miss.
Cool.
Christine.
And now I'm gonna bring this motherfucker into my hands as I'm gonna pull out a flame blade.
Mhm.
Pull it out one motion, grab it and strike straight up into its neck. We're gonna attack this bitch.
That's a hit.
Do I want to try to fish for a crit? Fuck it, we will. I'll fish for a crit. I'll inspiration that. Nah,
That's still
left
a
shot.
hit.
And that is 3d6 fire.
10 damage.
Yep. That is my bonus action to summon, action to use. I don't think I'm moving anywhere for the time being. I need to put this on myself. And I am going to stand my ground. This is not going great for me.
Terra. Also, one saving throw from last turn. Okay.
Oh, that
one
plus
D100.
also a d20.
1d20, yeah. Into the tail.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah,
Okay, all good.
I might have done this.
Alright, Terra.
Flame on.
Yes.
Help!
Only
help
issue
out.
is
Don't know if you can teleport 4 people, 3 people, including yourself, in one go, but I'm interested to see what you're about to say.
You need to pick between your favorites.
She can do one, right?
I think it's one.
Oh.
Oh no!
I see what you mean.
Fair enough.
I'm not gonna say no.
But what if I
That's
want
what you
a
want to do.
friendly? What if I want a friendly duel?
It will
Go
be
for it.
it will be 2 giant eagles, because that is the rule. And there will be enhanced eagles. But 2
But-
giant eagles nonetheless.
2 cool giant eagles.
Alright, let's give them some. What CR are they usually? 1? Okay. Give them half temp HP. Another 13 hit points.
They're sick as fuck eels.
And I'll just make them go on your turn, because it's simple. Alright, 2 giant eagles. Let me just get another eagle token, because it doesn't like it when I put 2 pets on
Sorry,
the same
coughing.
turn.
Oh, would it?
I will jump on one
That'd be smart.
now, and tell whoever to jump on the other and pick up the other person.
Yeah, if it can carry 2, I'm happy to take the
That's a big eagle.
attack opportunity to see if I can get the fuck away.
First roll a D100, a D20 into the tower.
Oh yeah.
Let's even see if these
Each eagle is one
eagles
D20.
even exist. That might not happen. They exist. It's fine.
Each eagle is 1 d20.
Yeah. So yeah, you get on one. You don't think you can necessarily pick up Selena. It can. Yeah, that's fair. That it can with the claws. Yeah. Which one? I assume the bottom one.
Yep. And so the other one, you're telling people to hop onto the top one.
Okay. Do they even
Okay, so
get actions?
I'm being.
Go on.
I was just asking, am I going on the bottom one?
Yeah, you're both on the bottom one.
The
Oh,
bottom
okay,
one,
good.
because you weren't able to climb on yourself, so it would be picking you up, but with its
That's fine.
claws.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
is technically force movement. So.
Okay.
They have their own turns, but they obey any of their commands. That's fine. Okay. Well.
Or convenience sake, we put them right after Terra
That's
to say
after
that.
you. Yeah. So I guess they do get the 80 feet of fly. What are you doing with that?
Somewhere.
To the right.
To the right, to the right.
What about the left? The left's cool too.
Assume that is the goal.
Just fly to the next plateau. Like, go north.
Alright, second eagle. What's second eagle's commands?
The second eagle is hit the bridge.
Okay, hop down.
What?
Yeah, like if it gets 2 people, one person has to use their turn to get on it. So it will do the same thing as it did to Selena and pick someone else up.
logically speaking, the person that would most intelligently pick up would be Christine.
Yeah. Well, is it moving from this position? Is the real question. Are you leaving Akfa to? Well, Taman can't jump on. Have it for Christina. Okay. All right. So, okay, it picks up Christine and it'll tell Sam. Oh, okay, yeah.
Start swinging wildly with my flame blade.
Alright, let me actually quickly roll some damblies for the first eagle, because it would have taken damage from moving.
Oh yeah, it's right next to 15.
Miss. And the lion drake will also. Oh no, the lion drake's prone. So
Oh, yeah, it's
wouldn't. Alright, Selena, you have been moved away.
Alright.
You take another 7 psychic damage.
Do I need to roll a wisdom save at the start of
End.
this turn
End.
or at the end?
End of turn.
End. Okay. Oh, good. I will. I think at this point there is a lot going on around Christine and that, but seeing that there's another eagle there and that she's got an out, I'm probably more inclined to kill this big guy. No, actually, no. I'm gonna hit the harpies.
Okay.
I wonder. I can't reach Hugo because otherwise I would heal him.
You could move right behind
I-
him, like off the eagle.
Yeah, you could try and shimmy yourself
And
off.
look-
You'll take a little bit of fall damage, probably maybe 10 feet up, more than anything else.
That's okay. I can probably take 10 feet. What would that be, like a
1d6.
D6 or?
Yeah, D6.
Yeah, I can take that.
It's a salad.
Would I
Two
take
damage.
attack of opportunity from this dude since I know I'm not sure.
You'll be running into his. You'll either be avoiding his range or running into it, which does not trigger opportunity attacks.
I will be avoiding his range. I'm going to go like that.
Yeah.
So
Easy.
I like skirt
You take a little
and
swoop,
I
3
that's
damage.
as like seeing how wounded Hugan is, who's like basically up against this gigantic thing. I'm gonna. I don't want to, but I have to. Like, I need to get him up higher level, like higher health. I'm gonna use my 4th level slot.
Okay.
And it's just gonna have to be how it goes. As what's the damage on that again? So it's 1d8, so 48 plus 5.
Go for 17.
That's not even very good.
I'm gonna say that.
I think you're gonna have to roll.
That sucks.
Hey, it's healing.
It's healing. So I did 15, and I'm probably going to. I know this is off the map, but she's probably going to back up a little bit because this thing could charge for all she knows. So, and I also don't want to be near those harpies.
Okay. Landman will.
We still doing wild magic, Tab?
We are.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
You're always
oh,
trying to
and I
tap
need to roll my wisdom save too.
The answer is no until yes.
Okay, all good.
My wisdom save.
No, but yes.
Akfa will jump on, since the eagle isn't going to actually. You're still frightened.
Yeah.
As Akfa jumps on, the eagle's not moving till its turn. And it will go for. Some punches with his sword and strike. Miss. Gauntlet.
I hope it drops me next to a bonfire.
Miss. Alright. Good.
So, have you heard of a game called Monster Hunter, AJ?
No.
I'm gonna try and get on the dragon.
It's on the ground. You can try and climb on it if you want.
I think you
I-
meant Sick Kingdom Hearts.
I mean, this does seem like a Kingdom Hearts moment. If anything, I've never played it, but I believe I mount it and then I try to beat it into submission.
Okay. You climb on top. Roll some hits. It's prone. You have advantage.
Yeah.
Bill would be proud.
But
That's a hit. 12 damage.
Bink.
That's a hit.
Yeah.
8 damage.
Yep. Action. But I'm using my movement to actively mount this thing. I'm going to get into a spot where it has trouble attacking me, but I'm on it nonetheless.
Alright. It will stand up with half its movement, and then I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw.
Is this a charm effect?
No.
It's in saving throw. I don't like that.
Rawr. Oh my god, come on, guys. Seriously, I've got inspiration. I'm burning it. I'm burning my inspo.
Okay.
Because that was probably a good idea to do.
Very good you did.
Because what's the negative for Christine?
Zaz and Christine, you're frightened. Crystalline, you are paralyzed.
Shit!
Crystalline.
That's not good.
I should never have named my character Crystalline. Because now she gets Christine and Christine gets Crystalline.
Can I?
I'll take Crystalline.
Can I Shard of Remembrance that?
Sure.
Yeah, I don't see why not. Unless I think your Shard of Remembrance already has something in it.
Which I think
It only lasts for 10 minutes, and then we had a rest after that. The last time I had it. It had Wither and Bloom, and I didn't use it.
Alright, well there you go. Yeah, you Shard of Remembrance to roll. I don't see why not.
The winged girl.
I do have a quick question. Just to throw out.
Yes.
Does it specify humanoid?
Let me read.
I think it says creature because of the roar effect.
Okay.
Is Christine even within range? How far is the range on it?
Oh, it's actually only 30 feet. You are right. Let me make sure.
Yeah, so Christine's actually out of range of it anyway.
You're not paralyzed.
Let's go!
So Christine's not paralyzed.
Thank fuck.
Where is she? There she is.
Thank you, Darian. Very cool.
Right, but still, same situation on the as
Oh,
it's about to be a party.
I do a mix of attacks on Christine, the eagle, and Arcturus as the only ones in range, but there's only one person in range of this one.
Hayar 1. There is a single Hayar that it can do.
I'll let it through.
Second Hayar attack that it can do.
I'll allow it.
That hits.
Will you?
I'll allow it.
Alright. This one.
You're very kind.
You're welcome. Happy to
This
help.
one doesn't like the lion. Has advantage against the lion. That's a hit. Oh. Second attack.
This is one of those few times taking Misty Step off was a bad decision.
Miss.
Yeah.
He is broken. Zaz, you're frightened of this drake.
Neat.
Nay.
And you're a horse.
And you're a horse.
Well, the funny thing is if I wasn't frightened, I was going to run away 20 feet, run back 20 feet, and do the attack thing.
You can if you want to.
But I can't because I'm frightened, so I can't approach it.
You can.
You can. We're saying it just we're ignoring that because it's annoying.
That frightened condition is only ever stated when it's stated.
Okay.
Frightened is literally just disadvantage if it's
Disadvantage
within
on
sight.
checks when you're within sight, yeah.
And if it's not, it is now.
And if we're wrong, I don't care.
Yeah, I guess I'll do that. I'll move back 20.
Alright, you'll make an opportunity attack against you.
5, 10, 15, 20.
Claw
I have
attack.
11 AC. Assume it hits.
Unless it rolls a nat 1.
Okay. I'll then run back 20.
Yep.
And I'll hooves attack.
Go ahead. You'll have disadvantage, which should auto pass.
Did you give me the? They're not called cohorts anymore. They're called pets.
They're called pets.
Yep.
Yeah. Who needs friends
does
when you
that
have
sound
animals?
like,
because
by
I'm
the
mounting the
way?
damn thing, or not really?
I imagine it's like, I don't know if you guys have seen the third installment of the Venom movies. I imagine it's a lot like that.
Ah, that's funny.
What are you trying to say, Tez?
I was wondering what Inaz's horse looks like, but I think you answered it for me.
I was answering you.
Oh, thank you. Oh,
Oh.
yes, I'm just looking that up now. Oh, that's fucking horrendous,
I'll roll
dude.
again.
No, I'm trying to. Because I didn't unprone it. That makes sense. Roll it again. And then I'll get rid of the prone.
Oh, that's not even
I'll
a horse
run.
anymore, dude.
I'll run back another 20 because I got 60 feet of movement.
Fair enough. Can't attack you again.
Nope.
Just doing spinnies.
This one's at
Yeah,
the
I
eagle.
looked it up. I don't like it.
That's a thing.
But you asked.
That's
I did. Don't know what I was expecting, honestly.
W plus I asked.
It wasn't going to have a cutie mark, I promise you.
That hits the eagle.
It's a mushroom.
Do you have the meme, or is it all like fungal?
It's all fungal.
Okay.
It's like
Miss.
like half cat cordyceps growing out of a tree.
Mm.
It's just along his neck.
This one
Weird.
will bite at the one that punched her.
Yeah, fair.
Miss.
You say weird.
Claws. Miss. Christine. You're in the arms of a gentle eagle.
Does that give me disadvantage to hit?
The ones in melee of the eagle, yes. If it's a ranged attack, otherwise no.
Okay, cool. It's many melee. I still got my blade.
Hmm.
Because it didn't hit, so I have to make the. Do I still have it? Did I lose the check? Did I lose? Did I make a failed save? I wasn't paying attention to.
What?
I should have the flame blade on me.
Trying to find it.
I didn't make a save. I swear.
When you were
The
frightened
target
and
on-
paralyzed, it says
Oh.
flame blade expired.
Oh, okay, yeah, alright, let's put it back aside.
Yeah, we'll put the flame blade back on.
Yeah. That's fair. So I was like, I'm pretty sure I didn't roll bad. I rolled bad normally, so I was like, you know.
I would
Yeah,
remember if
you-
I rolled like shit.
I don't remember if I fucked up somewhere. I do it all the time. Oh, you put on me? Thank you. Make it hit. Just keep slashing away. That is nothing.
Tis a miss.
Fuck, at this point, it's probably like half flailing, not knowing what to do. Bonus action, anything particularly?
Misty Strike.
That-
Into the water.
That'd be great. Man, that would be. Another ability would be funny, but it also do damage to everyone else around me. But it would be funny. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna have to end my tenure.
Okay.
I mean, Christine, how hard is her heart pumping right now?
Good question. I think with like just being surrounded in this aspect, like she's definitely like caught within it. Part of her is still not entirely sure how real this will get once she goes down, because like with this being a game, it's been like half playfulness with everything. But now it's like something that isn't a part of the that isn't the event, but isn't the people. She's like, okay, what's happening here? Like, am I going to get fucked?
That's a crit. I'm gonna quickly just roll the... Oh no, you go ahead, because you might kill. Because it's technically going last, I just moved them now. Yep, you do 20 damage.
Jesus.
On the Dracoline.
And then she flies past the Draco line, and she's like, "What the fuck is this?"
So, Darren, can you roll me for d20s so I can just quickly do the... if it hits the lion, if it hits the eagle that's flying or not.
Yeah, Natural 1, natural 2, natural 1, 15.
So 1. Alright, last one is
So,
this one.
Is this what you wanted, AJ?
I mean, it's fine. It's better than them dropping in the middle of the river.
No, I would have preferred that because I could float. The
Alright.
other one can't.
The eagles have done their turn unless you have command for the eagle you're flying on. Oh, going down.
Go down
eagle.
with eagle to bot pop.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Make it do its bop bop. That's a miss.
It is comical how bad my dice are.
Yeah, we love you
That
for
is
it.
also
Everyone's
a
dice
miss.
suck today. No one's had very good dice.
I am.
Okay.
We lost
Yeah, I
our
was gonna
commanding
say, you
leader.
had lots of 20s.
Can you bring back
I'm
Arcvor?
happy for you.
This motherfucker's having good roll.
I am piloting off for hit his attack.
Yeah, I want the real Arcvor.
Okay. Selena, it's your turn.
Wow. Listen, we have Arcvor at home.
Another 10 damage. You're on the ground.
Oh man, I'm dying apparently.
You are.
Yeah, shit.
Yes.
Get on
Did you
the.
get
I
hit by
have healing, so because I can still do my movement and
I don't think me and Darren
Yeah.
have decided if we're doing that yet. That is up for
Oh,
discussion.
yeah.
Okay, so I just need to roll a save.
Yes.
Hell yeah, I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember.
We've been doing it
if
so
we could
differently
do
for
it
so
or not.
long.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, it's a mix of games that do it. So
Well, because I don't think we go
Yeah,
down in this
that's-
one very
that's-
often.
One success.
No, when you guys have your
It's
two
like she
ultra
fucking-
tanks at the front, yeah.
Yeah.
it's like when she's casting that 4th level spell. It's like fucking. It's like fucking 11 from season 2 where she's shutting the gate. Like she's fucking bleeding out of her nose and everything, and then she just fucking something just hits her that you can't see, and she just drops. She's got nothing left.
Sword. Miss.
Do I have any pots?
Gauntlet.
Fuck.
Miss. Gauntlet again. Hit. Max damage. You again?
I'm gonna try and get this thing to get up in the air and fly.
How?
Well, I want its back. I'm the rider. I decide where we go. I'm gonna
Roll-
assert dominance.
A roll
Roll
it
an
in.
animal handling check with disadvantage.
You know what? You can put your charisma in it, because I guess you're intimidating it to do this.
A charisma based animal handling check.
With disadvantage.
So charisma plus proficiency if you have animal handling. If you're not, it's just charisma and
I don't.
disadvantage.
I do have. It's not a land vehicle, sadly, so I can't. But
This ain't a vehicle, buddy.
It ain't inland,
Not
and neither is it a vehicle.
12.
You pull back on its mane, and it turns and looks at you on its back, like its head rotates almost completely around to look at you, and you know where its attention is drawn next time it gets to bite.
Is that my entire action to do so?
That's an action. Like you tried to grab it, lift it. Like it's not an attack action, so that's your action.
Okay.
With the command you wanted to give it, it couldn't be anything less than an action.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? That's fair. That's on me. I don't have any other bonus actions apart from is this thing going to lie to me? So is this thing going to lie to me?
It ain't gonna truth at you, that's for sure.
Go ahead, roll your insight.
I can't do a truther.
You look at its eyes. It's very cat eyes, and they are going to kill you. You are next.
Oh.
You beat it, of course, but that's what you determined from its plans. It will
It's because
eat
I'm
you.
on it. And I'm not giving it the appropriate attention it deserves. I'm not petting its mane.
You didn't do anything
correct.
like that. You just sort of grabbed its mane and said fly, and it looked at you like, excuse me?
Just so cooked, buddy.
you successfully do the thing that you wanted to do with it, but like you determined that it's not taking your shit.
You know what? This is how Monster Hunter is.
And it's his turn.
Oh.
So, bite at Hugin.
Oh.
That's a miss. It can't claw at Hugin, luckily. So it'll go for Arthur. And one at Eagle. Assumed it didn't go back up. That hits. Now, both eagles are going to have the same damage, but there is a significant difference within them. One has just lost its temp HP, the other one does not have its temp HP. Okay, yeah. And then...
just for a thing, I would like... can you roll an opportunity attack for one of the eagles, Terra? Akafo gets an opportunity attack.
Yep.
And I guess Christine would also get an opportunity attack. As Hugin, it bites at you. Then it turns and leaps off the side of the bridge with you on its back.
It just says, "Alright, bet."
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I'll wildly make a swing at this thing. I got nothing better to do.
That's
with
a
my
crit
fucking
from the
Natural
eagle?
20 from the eagle. If you kill it somehow before it jumps, then he'll be on the bridge still.
Oh,
Oh my god, that's decent damage.
24 damage? Did that
my
actually
dice
go
have been
to
garbage.
the dragon? I don't think it did. Let me... Yeah. Well, still off.
I've got nothing. No.
So it takes Hugin for a ride, and Hugin, this thing couldn't lie to you. You 100% know what this thing's intentions are, and then none of them are positive for you.
Alright.
As
It's taking you for a ride. You're not going to enjoy that ride.
Yeah, it leaps off, and then it tucks the wings in as you know it's about to start rolling.
Attack the horse. Miss the horse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Attack the horse. Second attack the horse with advantage now. Five damage. This is Zoras.
Okay. I did have. Okay. Hang on. This is.
A lot's happened.
Well, I have a plan, but the plan has changed because I'm going to take 2 opportunity attacks.
Okay.
I mean, it's horse health, who cares?
Because of its. You know, I guess I'll get the momentum anyway, I suppose. Is this Draco Lion up higher, or is it like at the level of the ground it was at and it's just over the water now?
It's jumped off the side and beginning to plummet, so it's at least like 20 feet below the water line, like below the bridge line, and going down. There is about 200 feet between the bridge and the water.
Yeah.
Got an idea. That could work.
Okay, this is going to be really dumb and a mixture of things, okay? You're going to have to bear with me.
But you're a horse.
Yeah, but I'm not going to be for much longer.
You knew that?
So, this is good, this is so complicated. I run in a thisward direction. I
Okay.
invoke
Yeah.
taking the tax of opportunity, seeing if it's going to drop me from
They
horse.
missed.
Both of them?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to use the momentum of being horse to get here. I'll bonus action drop the horse. I'll action. This is so dumb. I'll action
You do think.
cast heat metal on Hugin,
Okay.
so the Draco Lion
Okay.
has to drop it, and I'm gonna jump off it, grab him, and like claw into the fucking cliff face.
Correction.
Yes.
Hugin is on the line. You cannot drop Hugin. Hugin willingly went on its back.
But it's okay. It's okay. If you're grabbing Hugin and pulling Hugin off the side of this thing, that's also the Lion Drake's intention. So it'll let him fly off its back. That's what it wants.
Cool.
It's up to Hugin if Hugin wants to go with you in this moment.
It is up to him. If he doesn't want to, I'm not helping him anymore.
Yeah, you see Zaz turn into a horse, like fall down, lay out is a what's it called? One of those sequences where time slows down and there's a big X in the middle as he reaches out his hand to grab onto you. What are you gonna do, Hugin?
QTE.
See?
It's circle, press triangle, fuck!
So, as much as I want to tame the Dracoline, I feel like I'd be spitting in Inazaz's face for not accepting his help. So I will
Yes.
accept his help.
Okay.
The answer is yeah.
Okay, so you do the arm-to-arm grab of the QTE things as you sweep them off. You still have your action because I'm assuming you're not going to hit metal. Is there a
Yeah, I won't
change?
hit metal then.
You're now both falling, but you're moving in direction of the cliff face.
1 second.
While he's quickly okay, I say, there is not a small part of me, in my heart of hearts, that was really hoping he was going to go for a charge, trample, horse kick, and try to knock this thing prone midair. There is a very large part of me that was like, I want this horse kick to work.
What about
Something I can do, which is kind of funny, if you want me to help somewhat.
First of all, there is nothing you could do that would be funnier than a flying horse kick to the head at a lion drake.
Okay,
Has
but
blindness on it.
no, okay, but
That is
what about-
also funny.
You were gonna say?
But what about the Radan thing?
It failed? Okay.
God, it's blind.
Okay. Alright.
Can't see.
You can't see? Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, the rest
shit,
of you... The rest of you watch as the harpies look at the bridge that is empty and then begin to fly away.
I love it when Jeremy says, "Alright, like bear with me,"
I'm being
because you
called
always
out.
know. You always know that there's gonna be some serious
Christine?
crazy shit.
don't make me do it. I don't want to make those checks anymore. I don't want to do it. I don't want to. I've got PTSD, man. Yeah, first reaction is to be like wiggle myself out. Let's see what's happened to Selena, because that's one big problem. So I'm gonna wiggle out. I'm gonna move towards her.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't want to make this check IRL, but I'm gonna make a medicine check because I got nothing.
Go ahead.
I'm afraid of the medicine checks. I don't want to press it. I don't want to press it. Oh my.
It's a
Alright.
really good roll.
She is stabilized.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like, it's like
she's
a little
like-
bit. Oh yeah, you first.
You see that she's clearly had like a blood nose. She's like, there's blood coming out of like her eyes. Her eyes are shut, but there's like trickles of blood coming out from whatever that took her down. Was like, it was that like psychic damage basically.
Yeah. Like, just I think seeing that just a sudden stop and like you've like sort of fall on your knees and on the floor. It's just just rushing to you, like trying to look for what she has. Notices like her pots are empty, like fucking chucks them to the side, and then just tries her best just to, like stop like any like injury that might have been on you before, or like just try to like sort of keep you in a position to keep breathing, just stuff like that.
When you touch like any part of her like her arms as well, it's almost like a weird tingling sensation to you, being like a fellow magic user.
Ugh.
It's like numbness.
Yummy. I'm tasting metal.
It's like ozone. Thank you for the heal, Tara.
Yeah, because I don't have any pots or healing. That's not on me.
Oh, hang on. Was that for me or was that?
That was for Terra to you.
Oh, sweet.
From
for some
Terra to
reason,
herself.
Yeah, Terra's actually like was really wanting more.
Alright, so 8 hit points. So that gives me deity wounds. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Be healing.
I appreciate anything.
I think from that, it's like just taking in this like moment, just like making sure that everything's fine here, and then like that immediate snap just like goes to the side just to double check just to see like, are these two fine?
You don't have to
So-
apologize for using a fucking potion of healing on me. That was like half of what my 4th level spell did, so I'm not gonna complain.
Alita's here.
Hey, Sam.
Hi, Sam.
And there was
Hi.
a situation about
I'm
that.
having some problems.
Father help.
It's,
Christine,
it's Hugin's fault.
just to give him, Christine, your turn is done.
Yeah, my turn's done.
And your
Why
turn,
the fuck did...
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, I'll figure it out in a minute.
Tara. We'll give you a big rundown when that happens. So Christine's turn's over. Tara, what are you doing in this moment?
She caught.
Oh, you have to also want to try and save them. Sorry. Yeah, easy. So you hop down. You fed Selena a health potion. That'd be your action, which means you only have your bonus action and movement left. Because feeding someone else a potion is an action. So bonus action movement. You look over the edge. You see a lion drake or a lion drake spiraling out of control down towards the water. For some reason, you'd think a creature naturally able to fly would be much better at flying. Maybe it has an issue like being blind right now, as well as Hugin and Inazaz also still falling, just relatively in the direction of the cliff. But we'll deal with if they can actually grab the cliff on Hugin's turn. Eagles to get Zaz and the dumbass. Accurate
Yeah.
statement.
Eagles
They're not-
coming clutch.
They're not far.
No,
They're
the
not
problem
that
is-
far.
Except one motherfucker's wearing plate armor.
What is an eagle's carry weight? What is? How?
What is an eagle's strength score?
Good question.
16.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
5e
Good.
carry calculator.
Large
Yeah, it's a
creature.
large creature, by the way. And Demi
Yep, so get bonus.
weighs 235.
It's a diet.
Okay,
That's why you don't get my weight.
it is enough for it to carry.
Okay.
So 235, including his armor and everything.
Yeah, that's everything that he's
Okay.
got.
Sorry. So yeah, okay, it is pretty close to the it's honestly over half its carry weight just on that, but it can grab him. So I'm just
Yeah.
you know what? They're grabbing falling midair targets. Make athletics checks
Yeah.
for both eagles.
As another QTE spawns, as the eagles lift out their hands to grab
This,
you.
this one's actually like a button combo of like up, down, circle, square, A, jump.
I
Oh,
imagine it's a
no.
PS4
Oh, no.
controller. You got to swipe there. Is the one me? Tell me the
Oh,
one's me.
yeah.
It's
No,
got to be
tell
me.
Make
You
it
gotta roll
nice.
for it.
Tara, it's your choice. Which one? Who fails to be grabbed?
Oh no!
We know
One of them
this.
is grabbed.
have
We know
plate
the
mail
answer to
to
this.
climb up.
We know this.
We know the answers. The eagle's claws sink into one of their shoulders, and wings shoot out as the descent is slowed rapidly. But somebody else is about to keep flying as the claws just catch air.
Yep.
All right, Hugin, the eagle misses you. We'll deal with that on your turn. I guess that's it's your turn then, Tara.
Me.
Alright.
Based. That
We
brings
were
us to
grabbed. Am I able to give the help action for the bird that grabbed me to also grab Hugin?
that would have to be an action, your turn, not a reaction.
Cool.
It can try again,
Selena.
maybe. Selena.
I don't think there's a whole lot that Selena can do right now, as she's just come back from death's door. It looks like these harpies are backing off, as far as she can tell. You can remember this.
Very.
Honestly, like, I think knee-jerk reaction attempts to pump a first level cure wounds into herself, as
Alright,
she
roll a
doesn't
d20
have
to
a
tell.
whole lot left. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you
Should
for
have done the
reminding
same
me.
for blindness.
You should have, yes.
Oh yeah, roll the blindness d22.
All good.
Thank God. Alright. Yeah, it's 28, 5. Ugh.
Seven healing.
As it doesn't seem to make her feel any better. Like, the wounds are closing up a bit, but she's still, like, struggling to get up, as I think she'll just get up from prone, and that's about it.
Okay.
That's my turn.
After, while you were on the bridge, a bunch of harpies stole your stuff, and then they actually wanted to fight. Everyone decided to run forward, for the most part, and then a lion drake landed on the bridge. And the lion drake attacked Hugin, who made it all the way on his turn, and then Inazaz turned into a horse and knocked it onto the ground. It then stayed there for a bit, and they fought, and then Hugin tried to tame the lion drake, and it decided to jump off the cliff. That's about it, what you missed. The harpies just did some damage, and now we're leaving.
Well, then Zaz threw himself off the cliff in horse form to try and save Hugin, who semi-successfully, and now that Lion Drake is blind.
Okay, that's
So,
it's kind of a lot to take in at once, but
yes.
did the bridge? Oh wait, we're across the bridge. Okay.
Yeah, you
guys
know,
Yeah.
Hell yeah, since everyone's across the bridge, the harpies just left.
Okay, so what are we dealing with? Just the Drake?
Currently currently falling to potentially his death, Hugin.
That's fine. Why did you alarm me
What a
over this?
state.
There's no problem there.
Yeah, why'd you make it so stressful? Like, it's fine.
How far has he fallen?
20 feet. He is. If I'm thinking this through, the giant eagle is grabbed Inazaz's claws. Inazaz is holding him. So while the eagle can't get up, it is delaying the fall. Because it is carrying both Hugin and Inazaz. Because the
he's
other
not
one
falling
didn't
to
grab
his-
Inazaz. The other one didn't grab Hugin.
Okay, so he's not falling to his death.
We'll see on their turn. We'll resolve all the crazy bullshit going on Hugin's turn.
Okay,
At the moment, there is a risk still.
but they are in range within like 50 feet, right?
Yeah, they'd be at least 20 feet roughly below the bridge line.
Okay, let me double check the spell rules of something.
If he catapults, I'm gonna laugh.
No, unfortunately
Just
not.
throws something at his face. Here, catch.
Yeah.
The ground is too. There's no ground beneath them, unfortunately. I assume.
Just
Nope.
water.
Well, that plans out. I think.
About 200 feet.
Water is a
okay.
state of ground.
I'm taking the rope I have.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to utilize the fact that it was tied to a spear at some point, and I'm going to spear him in the shoulder.
Alright, you throw a spear with a rope on it at Hugin.
I'm annoyed, so
Alright.
making sure this really gets him in the shoulder.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm just gonna yell, either catch it.
We'll hold it.
I'm
Catch
just,
it or
I'm
get-
just looking at his HP and going, this is probably the funniest that could have happened.
To be fair, it's a makeshift weapon. It won't do much to him in this case.
You'll see.
Wait, how long are we
These
talking?
spears.
You don't
No,
know?
don't tell me. Don't tell me. I
It's
wasn't
still a spear.
here.
I
Right, so
don't
that's a
wanna hear.
dex, right? Is
If
it?
you're throwing it, it's just athletics, just your normal melee attack, because you're using strength to throw it.
Okay, I always forget how that works.
Yeah.
How does that work with reckless? Because it's an attack. Is that still advantage?
I think Reckless is
Yeah,
only melee.
advantage on
Just melee,
melees.
not thrown.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I was asking. If it's a thrown makeshift, would it not be dex to aim?
No, because spear is still strength. If it's a javelin, then you can use dex instead.
It
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 is
has to
not
have the
worth
finesse
throwing.
property in order to
Yeah.
be used with dex.
You know what? I may regret this choice. I'm just going to use my last rage to make sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
For bonus damage? Okay.
No. The athletics advantage.
Well, that should change. I should fix that.
Oh, that hasn't changed?
No, your rage damage should be fixed. That's a
That's
20
definitely a hit.
against a Hugin's AC is 21.
Yeah,
Just think like they catch
maybe
it.
21.
I mean,
you throw it at him.
yeah.
It flies past him.
That's fine. As long as I can get the eel, I can go fishing. Eel? Bird.
We will.
The Draco Lion.
So that's is that your turn? In its entirety.
Action. One second. Can I do anything to up that?
It's a free action to panic, right?
No.
Oh, easily.
Oh, rage damage is
Yes.
not up yet. Okay. My bad.
Trying is a free action.
Okay, well that is going to dangle, so he will have time to catch it on his turn.
Okay.
And I'm just going to use my whatever I have left, movement, I guess, to brace to pull.
Fair enough.
Yep.
All right, Hugo.
Hugo.
Normally,
Sorry.
you'd be falling 60 feet. However, you are grabbed
Well.
onto Inazaz, who's grabbed onto you. The eagle is not carrying your weight.
So several factors that can come into here right now. First, the first eagle missed you, so it isn't gonna help you. Inazaz did grab you, which means Inazaz now needs to make an athletics check to see if he can still hold you, as you are very heavy.
And do that.
Honest, I don't even know what spear I threw at him. I think I just threw a polearm.
This is probably
Athletics
the-
roll?
Yep, athletics check to see if you can hold onto him as you're yanked upwards. Yep.
That's cocked.
So, hey, it's a 19. You
It could have been a lot.
maintain grip.
I got the joke, Inazaz. Don't worry.
Just re-roll it.
Don't
No,
worry,
we can't have
Jeremy.
that.
I got the joke.
Tara, legitimately for narrative, like insanity, I was really hoping for that one because it would be very funny.
Oh my god.
But it didn't happen. You maintain grip on him, so Hugo, you are being held by Zaz. Inazaz, how much do you weigh?
Let me check. I have that written down.
101.
250.
230?
Okay. So you both see in this brief moment, Hugo, you will have a chance to react to this before it happens. You're in Azaz. The eagle grabs you, wings shoot out. You get lifted up as it slows your descent. Your arms then go taut as you hold Hugo, and Hugo slows his descent. And then the eagle's wings go straight up as it cannot support both your body weights as the eagle starts falling.
God damn it.
So everyone falls 60 feet.
What? Sure, so this is the situation. So Hugo, how are you reacting to this situation before everyone starts to plummet?
I am
That is
going
the current
to.
situation.
At least I have
There is
some.
I'm going
There is a
to.
rope currently flying past you as well.
So here's where I wanted to do the cool thing.
Yep.
I'm going to let go.
Okay.
I'm going to attempt to use falling meteor to crash into the cliff face.
Okay.
'Cause I can control the lateral by a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, falling meteor, the spell. You have the spell slot,
Yes.
I believe.
I do have. It is the only spell slot I do have. I only have a second level left.
Falling
is
a
it?
height
I don't know
greater
what
than
this
10
is.
feet. You plummet downwards. You can choose to land in unoccupied space, controlling your fall within range.
You'd move 120. You'd be falling 120 feet down. You'd be 60. You'd
No,
be
because
80
he's
feet above the
choosing-
water.
He's choosing to slam directly into the side of the cliff face.
Okay.
So he would lose 15 feet of height, but you'd be slamming into the cliff face. Inazaz, will you be letting go of him in this moment? Because you're holding him. As you see him, like, start to gain energy and, like, kind of pulls him towards the cliff face, are you letting go, Inazaz?
I think my plan's better as a player, but you know, if he is doing something to get himself
Gotta
out of this
back up.
situation, Zaz will allow it.
Alright. As you let go, that means that Hugo, you shoot towards the cliff face. You're gonna take
Cannot be more.
6 points. You're taking 6 points of damage as you slam face first into the side of a cliff. Now you can try to grab it if you want to make an athletics check to hold of this cliff face. You've climbed one earlier today.
Yep.
Oh,
You're against the cliff face, but you're still sliding down. So, Asia, there, the eagle is no longer falling, so Zaz and the eagle are not dropping, but down goes Hugon.
How far
That
down?
is-
15?
That was my reaction. I still have an action.
Yeah.
and that spell? Interesting.
Yeah, that is a reaction spell. That's what I was asking.
Okay. What's your action then?
My action is I'm going to try to stabilize and start climbing.
Okay, that was the athletics check that you just failed.
That was the one I just failed?
Yeah, the athletics check was to try and
Okay.
stabilize and to stop yourself from falling. You're at the cliff face, but you're sliding down the front of it essentially.
Okay.
So you're
That's my action. I have no more bonus action. And
Okay.
that was my movement.
end of turn. I believe it's the Draco Lion
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
falls 60 feet because it is flying uncontrollably blind. And at the end of turn, it makes a Constitution saving throw.
What's the DC save? More than 11?
15.
Okay.
It's still blind. It
yeah.
keeps going down.
Good. Yes.
Alright. I'm just gonna point out what my plan was real quick for this alternate reality. I
Please
was
do.
gonna cast Enhance Ability on the eagle, doubling its carrying capacity.
That would have worked. Instantly.
Cool. Just want to point that
That
out.
would instantly work.
I have Vortex Warp.
That would work. Okay, well, he's man, why is this my responsibility?
You chose it.
It's not. You can get out. You're fine.
It's
Please
only your
take the sashes from
responsibility
him.
until the eagle takes you to land.
Yeah, well, I don't control the eagle.
That's
I,
what I'm
I
saying.
don't have no 2 cents on what's going on.
That's what I'm
at the
saying.
moment.
You only have.
Pass me your sash.
Nah, I'm at the whims of the eagle.
Yeah.
I give up.
Eagle
I
takes it
was
easy.
giving him help, but he thinks he can do it better. He can do it better.
All right.
Alright. So, just for convenience sake, because initiative here is mainly going to be getting in the way, who is still trying to help Zaz's situation, Hugin's situation?
Well,
Seeing as-
Can and is trying to help. Yeah, okay, so the Eagle is still going to be assisting. Cool.
I
I will.
can. Oh, you go first, buddy. You go first.
I was gonna say I may have a way to help him that will probably be given that I don't really get affected by, well, climbing doesn't cost me extra movement. I'm just gonna climb down backwards with the rope dangling.
Okay.
Okay, so you'll be basically climbing down the cliff. I will say his rate of falling, even though you have a fast movement speed, his rate of falling narratively is going to be faster than you can naturally climb. So it's mainly going to be putting the rope within his arm's reach.
Is he more? What speed is he falling at? Would you say?
60 feet.
Terminal velocity.
60.
Oh,
Okay.
Not yet, but like
I can move.
In this universe, it's 60 feet.
Assuming he hasn't fallen and the cliff is still slowing it, I can move down 90.
yeah, I'm saying narrative-wise, just for convenience, like realistically, you won't be able to climb down a cliff faster than a person who is falling uncontrollably down a cliff would. So I'm saying, like, you can't like just walk down to him and grab him, but you can climb down, putting the rope, essentially giving him advantage on his next attempt.
Yeah, that's all I'm trying to do.
Yep. I'll say that's
So-
you. Eagle's gonna try grabbing him.
Well, did Christine want to do anything beforehand? Because she said she might, and it's her turn first.
I was saying I do have something, but then I got given additional information from a medicine check I made. Would you want to explain that to us, since it is you?
What's that? Sorry, like everything just cut out for a
Okay.
second there.
Do you want to
Silent.
explain to me what you just sent to me? Because that is interesting information.
It's probably not that important right this very moment. Like,
No.
she seems okay.
She seems alright.
Like, yeah, like she's about the same level of like struggling as she was last time when she was pretty spent on spells, but she
Yeah.
seems to be like internalizing a lot of it, where she's just trying to like put on a brave face.
Fuck me. Why do you always put me in a position where I need to care?
Fucking sorry.
I think I think there's like a
She's
moment
most-
of like, oh yeah.
I was just gonna say, like, she's mostly looking towards the commotion, like she's trying to think of something to do.
Yeah, I think there's like that brief moment of hesitation of wanting to just double check and make sure you're fine, considering the more erraticness to the sort of like thing afflicting you, the weird whatever. Like, but then like just sort of like sees you look back, like sort of looks back, hears that, kind of comes back to the area, kind of moves that little bit across. Is Hugin within It has to be cast at 3rd level. So you can move in 120 feet.
Yes.
I'm gonna cast Vortex Wall.
Okay.
And bring him to the surface right next to us. You
Alright.
can make a con save if you want to resist, you piece of shit. But
My con save is like,
Roll
you
that
know what?
D20.
I'm falling. I will pop.
Okay. Yeah. As
Right,
everyone is
say
getting
bitch.
ready to, everyone is getting ready to protect, or get Hugin back. Christine runs to the edge, opens like a little portal beneath him as he falls in, and flops next to Aqua as he's preparing to jump down. As the bridge encounter has been completed.
she looks like, as you've probably seen her before, there's moments where she's like miffed and a bit annoyed, but then that kind of goes away immediately because she just turns back to Slinger.
Okay, I have a
You
question.
probably noticed. There you go.
So this is out of combat, I assume, at this point.
Yeah.
Before I do something stupid, can I just have context? Did he cause this?
Kinda.
He jumped on his back and said fly, and then it looked
not
at
gonna
him
give
and,
it yes.
and just leapt off the side and immediately
It
tried
was
to
an
throw him
attempt
off
at
its back.
something. It was an attempt at something that could have helped, but like, it just went awry.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
give him the full yes, but I'm not gonna give him a no.
I'll say like, you have
That a hit?
He's getting knocked out.
That hits. Yeah.
Justice, yeah.
To 11 damage.
And
now
you knock him unconscious.
I'm gonna assume it was.
Oh, that's out of silence. It's non-lethal, just to be clear. But
Yeah, okay.
But the radiant damage.
it's fine.
I'll say to, this is all happening. Like when you've turned away, you've teleported. Like Vortex warped him back up, and it's like when you turn back, you can tell like, it's like this level of relief where she was just like, oh fuck, this is really really bad, and there's the relief, and she's sort of kind of clutching her chest, and that sort of like it could seem like, oh god, like I was,
Yeah.
something stressed me out sort of thing.
Yeah,
But at the same time, you know that like she's having like some trouble.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
slashes him and she's like the level of panic of like, oh god, the party's turning on each other. Oh god.
I like to imagine it's like teleported there, like the slight sort of pan like back towards like back up to Chrissy. She's about to say something, there's just like a whack, like from behind. Oh, okay. Sure.
Remind me the rules, DM.
Mm-hmm.
If we were to say we want out of this round, we lose points. Well, we don't get any points. Are we disqualified from the rest of the tournament?
No.
Failing this event, like fully like not making it to the end, would take you out. If you get to the end and then get out from the top platform, then you're still in. And you're only one bridge away from the final platform.
That's fine. I'm just gonna start dragging him.
Okay.
All right.
No words are said.
There, can I?
You can spare the die. It's non-lethal. It's fine.
She's asking after if it's okay. Like, please just let me.
Just you do your thing quickly.
Like, are you stopping me from doing that at all, Akfa?
Well, you're not waking him up.
I do want to like kind of be like, hold on,
Spare him.
he's not bleeding. Don't overdo.
I just don't want to. I just need to spare him.
Don't overdo yourself.
It's just a
Fine.
cantrip. She pumps the cantrip into him. You can tell that cantrips don't seem to like tax her that much. Like they're
does
very
something,
simple spells.
We are
As
going
she
to
does
the
it, you
end.
can.
But keep going.
Yep,
Then.
keep going, Katez, sorry.
It's okay. It's all good. I don't really remember what I was gonna say.
It's not very taxing.
Yeah, basically.
But is it like that's still like slight little wince, I imagine, like that slightest bit.
It's like this, like the sort of. She doesn't even notice it at this point because of like everything else going on. But it's like you can probably sort of see the spark at the end when she casts it.
You're keeping him alive. That's all I can ask.
That's
If
all I
anyone
can say.
is capable of dragging him easier than I am, do so. We're going to the end, even if we have to give up some points to get past people, and we're getting out. And then we're talking.
Okay,
Am I
I'll say it's a
clear?
point.
clear.
As a point to make as well, as you're all like walking away, Zaz, as the eagle deposits on land, you watch as the lion drake spins, manages to right itself mid-air as you feel the concentration of your spell break as it resists the effect finally. It wheels up and then just flies away like, nah, fuck that shit, as it just leaves.
It's as glares as it leaves.
Hugan, roll a d4 for us. As you guys start making your way to the other bridge, off in the distance, like, it's probably maybe a 150 foot long bridge. You see a gathering of people on the other side, and coming across the rift, you just hear, "Before you jump on, brother, would you like to offer a wager on a single 1v1 fight? We will counter any offer of number of tags you wish to bet. Win or lose, your group will pass."
Essentially, there's one individual standing on the bridge in front of you all, and 5 hanging out at the end of the bridge.
The only
Fine.
rule, no outside help, no external magics from your friends. Otherwise, we cut the bridge.
Your rules are clear.
All right,
Just let them go past and I'll deal with your fight with us.
fight
You can
first.
take everything I carry.
I said, this isn't. This guy's offering. It's not a mandatory thing. You can say no. Like a friendly wager.
Could I get Arkfur to roll an insight check against Zaz?
If you want.
You would be so kind.
12.
Yep, that'll do. Zaz is chomping at the bit. he has no damage assigned to him. He's down a couple resources, but he's like ready to go. It's up to you. You're the boss, but you see that.
Do you care which one of us fights?
No, we only care about the number, and a portion of that number must be your clan's tags, as will ours be.
I look to Christine. Christine, hand me my tag.
Yeah, sure. Take that off.
You go,
Give it to you.
you go look for the one that he gave you. It's gone. You've got your
You
one.
take my tag. You take my one instead. That's
Who
what the
else in it?
harpies took.
I look just to get a rough idea. How many of us still have? Like, even if I was to give up a few, I assume we'd still have at least one.
You have
Ten
4
on
original tags on you, and another 20 of other people's.
Actually, let me keep mine.
Yeah, keep yours.
Yeah.
I will hand all the ones I have on me
Okay.
to Zaz.
You got like 50 tags.
Okay.
That includes
on.
the fake ones. Which is...
I dropped the fake ones. I'm putting an end to this.
I hand you... I've now got to find the chart, which is somewhere in the Echo's chat.
I don't think we need to. We have.
We've got 3 tags that are real from you.
Right,
Um,
that's all.
13 total.
Okay, so
Yes.
you're wagering 13 plus 1 of your own, right? Unless
Zaz,
13, including the one of your own.
yeah.
I don't give a shit if you win or lose. Right now, I no longer care about this tournament. But fight to your content, just don't kill. or I'll be coming after you next.
I've been doing it the whole fucking time.
I actually will place my sort of paw on his shoulder as if to say, like, really, just go all out.
Okay.
Oh.
With that.
So we are wagering 13 tags. I just want to make this clear.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
I'm
what you
leaving...
wanted?
No,
Oh, that's how many are on you.
Yeah, that's how many I've got.
Yeah.
I'm putting my trust in you to make the call.
Yeah. So you can wager as many as you want, but you've got 13 now on you.
I wager 1.
Okay. So you're waging one of your
one
own.
for one.
All right.
Yeah, I'll wage my original tag, because that's what
Okay.
they want, yeah. One from our original troop.
Yeah. And they'll also they'll arrange the same. They'll do one each. Before we jump
Just-
into it, go on.
Sorry.
No, go on.
I will lean in a bit closer to Zaz for this. Zaz, I'm giving you these ones because they have some honor. At the very least, they won't steal off you if they do beat you.
Okay.
The rest of us, there's no telling if they will try to go for us when we pass. Do you get what I'm saying?
Let's hope we don't live in that reality.
Oh, I'm saying you won't lose.
Okay.
Besides, you wouldn't want to lose before fighting me again, would you?
Not particularly, no.
Good. Now get going.
You slap my ass, I'm gonna punch you and knock a tooth out.
Tara's asking if
No.
you want the fire whip.
I
Zaz.
will say he probably doesn't know how to use it.
Okay. Yeah.
Thought is appreciated.
As the scene comes down, as the people on the side of the fence, on the other side of the bridge, they still have their like knives ready to cut the bridge in case any shenanigans happens. As both warriors step up and start moving within the center until you're probably 20 feet between the two of you, we have the camera panning across both sides of the bridge, showing both competitors. And we'll quickly, before we go through this, we'll have our bio break.
Mm-hmm. What did I come back to, honestly?
I think we explained
I
it
will attempt at
properly.
Monster Hunter.
Just had one job while I was gone.
Yeah, no, you get to feel what I felt on Sunday.
Hey, I turned into a horse. I was fine.
No.
Honestly.
They did 0 damage to me in that whole combat, except for the horse HP. And I
No.
dropped that.
I got reduced to 1 HP by that Draco Lion in a single round when I didn't do anything to it. I was justified in my actions.
Shush you, you're dead.
I almost died.
Can I have XP for knocking him out?
That
I
is
get his
HP,
XP.
it's not here.
You have to go for the kill first.
Alright.
Yeah. I'm sorry I can't get as hoarse a voice as usual.
No,
Just know
that's
that
fine.
Arthur is in a bit of a fed up mood.
We already have a horse.
God
He's
damn.
gone now.
Fuck.
We were in the middle of a discussion of like, oh, do we want to have like, because we had this idea originally, the 1v1 for wagering. It's like, that's fun, and then we were deciding if we wanted to continue with it. And I was just like, yeah, they could just say no, and they let them pass, because like they asked. They're not gonna fight you. And it's like, we'll see what happens. It'll be fun. And I'm like, oh, Zaz is healthy. Zaz wants to.
I think
Zaz
Zaz is
Zaz's gonna
like
throw fucking down.
Yeah, I'm now
Zaz
spent.
is
I'm
always
out of
ready to
everything.
go.
Yeah, no,
Before
I
you
think
go,
Zaz
give me
is
back
this
that orb.
one. I mean, in the meantime, I'll probably at least
I'm joking, I'm
check
joking. You can
plans to
give me
check
that.
up on the others, but yeah.
So Zaz, are you changing the bet from 1 to 4, or could betting?
If that's what he wants, that's fine. Like, Zaz doesn't particularly care. He's here for the fight. He's not
Okay.
here to play, like, games.
Okay.
We had side bet, it's like a side pot.
And, like, this will be interesting, because I'm
gave you
hoping
more
they are
because
also
of the logic. No, the reason for giving them to you is of the logic of, look, if they're going to honor this, well, they're not going to steal from you no matter what, other than the bet.
Mhm.
So the hope is by giving you more, less chance that we lose a lot.
I mean, I could just give you guys the rest of mine, and I have nothing, and if I go down, they get nothing. That's my thought.
Yeah, well.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Four's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. The lion just doesn't want to deal with this event now.
This is fair.
The lion wants to get this over with. Maybe put Anazaz in charge of the party and go on holiday.
That'll be great.
Jeez.
Also, what the
Oh.
fuck? I'm right here.
I'm sorry, did he stutter? No.
What the fuck?
Yeah, look, it's okay. You wake up in the morning, the lion's gone. Zaz is in charge.
If you do that, you ain't
Christine.
kidding.
Christine's
Might
kidnapped.
find
You
a
know.
new enemy. Oh, that's I don't know about that.
How many
I was
checks
gonna
to make the party turn evil? Asking for a friend.
Not many.
Oh, no.
Flicked wounds.
You're not making me evil, buddy.
Right.
Try.
I'm gonna go check on people quickly.
You'd kill me first before you got it.
No.
Yeah. Try.
See, Jeremy, all it would take is one inflict wounds to the right person.
You've already done it once. You just gotta do it.
Yeah,
again.
exactly. I went from good to neutral.
So you're saying if I gaslight you into casting inflict wounds on Dimitri's second character and killing it, we're good.
That one I can feign ignorance too. That's great. No, I didn't do it.
I just have a
you told
really
me to. Oh, sorry.
I have a very strong feeling that if Selena was to be killed, especially by another party member, I think that a few people would turn evil from that.
You're
I'm
saying
pretty
we're
sure
gonna
I
kill
know
Selena.
one of them.
If you wanna live, I recommend not doing that. I'm just being
I
real.
think that Christine would go on a fucking rampage. I don't think there'd be much morality left over.
You
It'll
take
make
a
a
family.
crazy part 2 to the campaign.
You take her family from her, she's gonna kill you.
Jeremy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
For a decision on your part, do you
Yes.
want to actually do a 1v1, or do you want to, for expedience sake, do a skill challenge where we'll appropriate damage to you at the end of it?
It's up to you guys. I don't want to drag it out if it's just me participating. But I can go both ways. I've got stuff that I don't use for combat in combat that I can use for combat. So it's you guys' call.
It would be kind of nice to be done with this area if this is like close to the end, but at the same time, I'm not going to say no to like you getting to use some of your cool abilities. So
You can fuck around. Find out, bitch.
I'm looking forward to seeing how Arkra like reams the party.
I think it all comes down to hit points. It's like, how quickly do you guys think that you can kill Zaz? And then just base it off that number. If you couple rounds,
If it's a 1v1, it'll probably be a bit. It might be slow because that's just how combat is. It depends on how quickly you if you want to do crazy shit, it's gonna slow things down.
I've already got ideas on what to do. They're locked and loaded.
What we can do, we'll do for consistency. We can do. What about this? We do combat first to half health, just for expediency's sake.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
So, just for
That way,
speed, first one
use some
bloodied
cool abilities.
loses. Yeah, that's where you can have fun with your shit you will have planned. Next
but
minute
then it
starts,
doesn't
you cast
come
blight
out.
on them, fucking it's over.
And it'd be nice if I had my 4th level spell, because I do have that.
Why is my Steam blinking at me?
See, if you can upper cast, just lower cast blight.
Yeah.
Message me.
I think everyone's.
I'll cast Confusion. Alright, so I gotta take
Like-
29 hit points.
Okay.
Roleplay, like not even like the actual like attacks and stuff. Like I just want to see how like fucking brutal Zaz is like roleplay wise. In like you've been holding back and like not using like hugely damaging abilities when you all you want to do is like eat something.
All right. Roll initiative. No, let me fucking get a. Let me get a Yak as a fucking track going right now.
Full Street Fighter.
I'm ready to
Have
get
a Street
smoked.
Fighter? Oh no, I got Blast Blue. We're gonna do
Very
Blast
funny.
Blue. Let's do Blast
Not
Blue.
gonna lie.
You'll get
Storyteller.
smart in style though.
I don't know why I want to listen to Storyteller.
Alright. As you encounter this Leonin, who looks a bit bulky, one of the tankier ones in the group, he starts to go first as he rushes forward. He'll go for a large swing with his combat gauntlets, going for a right hook. And miss, and then he'll quickly repeat it with going for right under your mouth. The uppercut.
Joke's on you, I don't have a chin!
And miss.
So
Zaz.
there's no chin.
Cool.
Misses twice.
I bonus action Cloak of Spores.
Mhm.
So as long as he is within 5 feet of me, he will constantly be taking 4 poison damage.
Yep. Is that a start of turn thing or constant?
It's no save, it just happens.
Starts its turn,
Any creature that starts its turn within the aura takes the damage.
You can use a reaction to 1d4 damage to that creature unless it succeeds on a con saving throw against your spell save. Just save.
What? No, the
Halo of Spells?
The item.
no
The
Cloak of
item.
Spores.
Oh, Cloak of Spells. Okay. My bad.
Ability.
Wrong one. My apologies.
No, fuck you.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
I get that one. Yeah. Alright.
Yeah, I bonus action Cloak of Spores, and I'm gonna go for my main attack to bite him.
Go ahead.
14.
That is a miss.
Miss. Okay. That'll be me while I set up.
Alright. Top of the order, his turn. He'll take wisdom damage.
4 poison damage. Yep, 4 poison.
Let me actually calculate his HP. 30,
I've just
yeah, I'm
half
doing
mine
the
to
same.
temporary hit points.
Yeah.
Cool.
5 to 30.
Increase.
Alright. Again, double combat gauntlet and barrage. This one does hit, as he gets the first hit in. Go for a large roundhouse kick. And then he'll follow it up with another uppercut.
Okay.
Hit again. As he gets a very damaging 14, he like lands max damage, punches you, lift off the bridge from a foot or two as you land back down. It's your turn.
Okay.
Everyone looks fucking still.
Okay. So just a quick rules question for this. I know we're going to half hit points, but for like the game mechanics, I would be below half hit points for a property to happen. I got Hungry Jaws, which is a bonus
yeah.
action. I can make a bite attack, and I have.
For convenience, I think it gives you advantage if you're below half health.
Actually think that's the Dampier one, not this one.
And he gets to just drink and regain
Yeah, I get
hit points.
temporary hit
Point.
points. Yeah.
Okay. For convenience sake, we'll go until the round is ended. If you're bloodied with it at the start of the next turn, because if you like, as you said, if you go bloodied and use Hungry Jaws to regenerate HP, then you'll be above bloodied maybe. So you need to be bloodied at the end of the round.
You know, I won't worry about that. I'll bonus action cast Hex on him.
Mhm.
Strength, I guess.
Yep.
And I will check. Where is it? Okay, go to bite.
That
16.
hits.
Cool. So you can take this plus another d6.
7 damage.
I gotta hope I'm not hitting, otherwise I'm out, guys.
Alright. Top of the order, he takes another 4. Go for a claw attack. No, combat gauntlet attack. Miss. Second one. Miss again.
Oh, okay. I might have this. I will main attack bite.
Mhm. That's a hit.
It's that plus one of these ones. And then I will bonus action use my Fang of the Red Cobra to make another bite attack.
Yep.
Oh, misses.
That is a miss.
Okay, that'll be me then.
Top of his turn, he takes another 4 damage. Alright, combat gauntlet. Number 1. That's a hit.
Yep. It's gonna be a low number.
6.
He's got a miss. Got 1 hit point left.
And goes for the second attack. That's a miss.
Also, for the sheer fun of you knowing, he has 8 HP left.
Okay. I have 2
You need-
bombs.
You have
I need
2
4 damage.
You can deal 8 damage this turn.
Well, starting
And
his
then
turn, he'll take 4.
True. Well, but remember, it's bloody by the end of the round, so then he'll have a chance to hit you as well. And the end of your turn is when the round ends.
Okay.
So if you do 8 damage now, it's over. If you don't, then it goes for 1 more round.
Okay, well, I'll main attack-tion.
That's
a
gonna
hit.
hit.
That hits. That's that number and that number.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
9.
Yeah.
That's 6. That's it.
As you go in for the bite, he gets on one leg, puts his hand up, goes for the yield. As he then grabs the 4 bands that are around his waist and hands them to you. And as you see, he, like, waves his hand back, and the people that were, like, surrounding the other end of the bridge all, like, disperse away from it. And he begins to walk across the other way, after giving you, like, a handshake of, like, a worthy opponent.
In the moment that he goes to put his hands up, Zaz's mouth is like inches away from his hand, and Zaz puts his own hand in his mouth to bite down on it to stop him.
He sort of just goes,
Is this the power move?
well then, he
Instincts.
see
Also pervert.
as he turns around. As
You can tell they basically go off to the side and just like squat down, waiting for the next group to show up. These guys don't like plan on basically issuing the same challenge to the whoever arrives, so long as they can still fight. But they're just moving aside to let you guys pass. You can finish the event.
28 wounds. Guys, that was real close. That was real close.
Get 1 hit point off. That's
1
insane.
hit point.
You fucking did.
Comes
man.
down to the wire sometimes, man.
I was like, no, it's over. It's so over.
yeah, I soup the group of you. You bring Zaz across, someone picking up one end, I assume. It's probably dangerous to drag him across a bridge.
Hugen, not Zaz.
Yeah,
Zaz
sorry.
is
We can
fine.
do both.
No, Hugen falls. Zaz also goes and lies down.
He bit his arm too
uppies.
much.
He's like, I need rest.
I need uppies.
I need healing.
And
You
then
did good, Gaz.
I assume Arkva declares that the team is done.
Yep.
And with a flash of light, you're all sucked into these like pillars of light that appear around you all. And then as your vision clears, you're standing in the clearing next to this large, like haphazard structure that's still being built by people. As you basically see that the timing is like the timer that like shows how long till the event ends automatically is pretty close to being done. You guys were like in the last quarter that's time that's left. And you see teams are knocked off and like scores total. Someone comes up to you to start to take the tags off and start tallying points.
And it's like, Team Arkva, you maintained 4 of your original tags. You have lost 2 of yours. That will be deducted. And you've gained a total of 25. So 29 minus 2 is 27 points to your group.
Just a nod.
You see the tallies flicker up as you guys move up from. You were near the top. I think you're in the top 3 after
No,
the event
tied
midday.
second, yeah. Tied first.
Tied second. There you go. You're tied first. You flick around. You see that some other teams had would push you down the list as they'd finished before you guys did. You move back up. As you, at the moment, you guys are sitting at the top of the leaderboards, but you know there are still teams to go.
Yeah.
I should have waited 13.
Someone help me carry this moron back to the tent.
I will. We should do our best to help carry him as best as like she probably can.
What
To be honest, I would like begin by just dragging him by like the collar of his armor along the ground.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
According to the notes I've got, your clan is at a total of 69 points.
Nice.
Nice.
And on Pride Month, let's go.
Nice.
Yeah, it's all worked out.
Yeah, we just quit now, right?
Yeah, I'm just about to leave. Alright, well, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Actually, I do have a question.
Her trial was actually close to 69.
Who else is coming back to camp? Who else is just running off?
Zaz
I think I'm
will,
going back to camp. Mm-hmm.
as he's making his way out, anyone who's paying attention sees that he is shaking slightly. Like, at a first glance, it's probably just the rush of adrenaline. And he
Selena
will
will approach you. But you continue.
he will
Continue
slowly make his
getting-
way out of this pride area into the surrounding environment.
Follow you.
Just want to know who would overhear if I'm going to say something to Christine.
You can say you love her. We've all heard it
No.
before. You think you're quiet.
So sort of as getting back to camp, just I imagine just plopping in, not even gently, onto his bed. We aren't the gatekeepers, Christine. I'm
Sorry.
gonna go check up on something, but
You're gonna have to slow down 3 notches before I start getting mad. Start from the beginning. What do you mean by that?
we need to consider what this group is.
And what does that mean?
I don't think we deserve to call ourselves something like that.
Well, it's not like we've really did that in the first place. It kind of just stuck. And secondly, we got everything we've had taken from us. It was not our fault in that regard.
I guess right now I'm just not sure I know who the group is.
What are you
Alright.
planning?
Right now, just a walk around the camps. I want to observe how other groups act.
I feel like if you're trying to look for normalcy, you're in the wrong group to begin with. This isn't... You're not gonna find that.
It'll make sense.
We've
later.
never had that.
Maybe it'll make sense later.
I
I just want to sit down with the group and figure out truly if we're really gonna stick together. My goal hasn't changed. I still plan to clear names, and I have no intention of abandoning a couple of you.
you'll pick and choose.
I don't think it's right for me to do that either.
I think she's gonna stand up.
I crossed a line. I should not have reacted that way after something without thinking.
She waits.
No matter how much, sometimes he deserves it. He is who we're with. Dysfunctional family.
Then why is all this going through your head now?
Strangely, it feels like this isn't the first time. Sense of deja vu almost. Don't you ever feel like there's something we forgot?
No, I don't. Even if I did, I've had that happen to me before. even if it is something that I've forgotten, you can't. Don't let that consume you. It's not good. It doesn't help. Look forward. Because if you want to start looking back, I'm not going with you. I can't do anything about looking backwards. All I can do is go forwards. Because if I stop, I'm done. And I'm not just saying I'm gonna give up. I'm saying that I won't have the chance to. I don't have a choice.
You're honestly right.
She takes a breath. I think sort of letting out a bit of tension, not only from the event but from sparks of that conversation that immediately like shot her up in stress.
Would you say I'm stressed out?
No, no.
Darren, what conversations do you think were happening today?
It's like
Yes.
Darian's now's not the time. It isn't.
Hey,
Perhaps-
you know what?
God damn it.
You should roll on stage. Why don't you tell? Why don't you, Christine?
Yeah, sure.
If you can wait till the end of the conversation to roll, but the roll will happen.
I'll wait till the end.
Okay.
It's just like, yeah, let's just sort of like that relief of tension, like sort of go through. And like still, even then, there's like the bits of her mind, like she can't fully look towards you at the moment.
Maybe I'll put off that walk. Your sister didn't seem exactly well either.
No, and that's
Would you rather I check up on her, or would you? One of us has to stay with him.
I'm going. I need a moment. And I think like she like gets to that door, stops for a moment, looks at like the bit of the tent, stops, and just all that emotion. And I imagine that's when I'll press the funny button.
Yeah. I think it's about time.
Would you like the whispered noises you might hear in the distance?
Holy
Oh
shit!
my god. That is beautiful. That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
As you turn back, Akva, as you look one last time, you see Christine's get probably maybe a couple feet taller, her hair longer, more bustier in both the chest and the butt. Her tail is now longer. Devil wings have fully sprouted on her back.
I mean, I was just gonna utter the words "you fucking moron," but who that was to? Who knows?
And then, do you want to fly away instead?
Sure.
Yeah.
I think this is probably one of the few times where it's like a bit more noticeable. She just sort of like is frustrated that this is like just what triggers it, but she just doesn't say anything, and just goes.
Hey, Hugo, how hard is your plate?
A what?
How hard is
20
your plate?
Oh, the armor? Like, you could probably dent it if you're really
No,
forceful.
if I mutter the words "you fucking moron" and then just kick his arm, I'm not intending to harm him.
No, like, yeah, like, he's already... He's not gonna start dying from... You can...
Cool, that's all I need to make clear.
Holy shit! What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Better than what I thought was going to happen. In my head canon, Hugan looks up and goes, "Women, am I right?"
Then kicks him in the head.
You know, if that happened, he might actually go into dying saves.
Was half expecting Christina to do the full-on anime slap in the middle of that conversation.
Same.
She almost
Honestly,
did.
same.
I
Almost
think
did.
different words might have led to that.
Oh, you're lucky I didn't make that wisdom save. You don't get that. You don't get that wisdom save.
I don't
I
get
was-
to make
I
the
was-
save. I insta-fail.
Yeah.
I was just really hoping that you'd teleport on the plane. It'd be hilarious if that happened.
If you asked a question right now, that'd be extremely funny.
I
I'm
would
not
be
gonna lie.
I would be absolutely pissed that every time I had to ask a question, it'd be when I'm frustrated at something.
Just imagine one of them just going, "You need help with that?"
You need help with all that. It's like I deck him. I deck him.
You hear in the room, and LeBron is just like, men, right?
Um,
I would deck her. I'd probably deck her.
And then David is just right there, and you're like, ooh.
Hugin,
for one sake.
you're up in 2 hours.
Yeah, maybe quicker if I kick him awake.
Oh, probably not. As you kick him, what is? Does anyone want to go first in this, like where they are now segment?
I'm following Zaz. I want to see what Zaz is doing.
Let them go.
All right, Zaz, what are you doing?
She's following with you, like, quietly enough. Like, she's just... I think it was Selena's birthday the day before, actually. By the way. Oh, actually, I'm not sure.
It's the last trial day.
Right. Yeah, she's just kind of, like, quietly following with you. Trying to keep up, probably.
Zaz is in his own headspace. He is just like power walking away from the pride. I don't know if there's anything surrounding where they are in the savannah. I assume probably not, because it's very like plains.
Yeah, there's a lot of grasslands, a handful of trees, but not very many. And then, like, yeah, you know, the closest thing you guys found was several hours walking away.
How far do you walk before you stop?
Far enough where the sounds of the pride are quite muffled.
Okay.
And then he'll drop to his knees, and it'd be difficult to see from behind, but it's not like he's hiding it. His bottom two mandibles are like sort of going crazy, and he just starts like biting at his hands and his arms and everything.
She sort of just like, she watches for a bit quietly, carefully approaches, and she's gonna risk, she just puts a hand like on his shoulder.
I'm wondering whether I roll for that or not.
You can if you want.
But it won't end well.
You can make it into a
better
saving
health.
throw if you want.
No, that's what I'm saying. All right.
Wisdom save, I guess.
Just don't fucking crit me, okay?
I will say, if I can, have you roll an animal handling check.
Oh,
Okay. Animal handling. Not my
Takes
best
it out of
spell.
my hands.
what about
I'm
charisma
just
based on my head?
I'm just gonna play this that I did a second level cure wounds on myself beforehand, just so I don't actually fucking die.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with that.
As
You won't
I
die.
think, like,
We have resources.
You guys have, yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna
don't.
pop that. Just, you know. Alrighty. Animal handling, not my best skill, not my worst. That's pretty good. That's a 20.
That's good.
It's a
so
very calm sort of presence.
As you put your hand on him, you feel the muscles beneath your hand tense, and his head whips around looking at you in almost like a bloodlusted state, panting, before he takes a second to compose himself. And starts wiping the blood from his face and like down his arms, so they're not like just bleeding. It's like sort of rubbed in and blends in with his skin tone.
You probably notice as well that you maybe don't notice because you're in a blood rage. There is no fear from this at all. That's probably why she rolled so high, is that like she knows there's probably a high chance that you might bite her, but she's not scared of like the pain of that. Like, and you probably also, being like magically inclined, can feel that weird sort of kind of tingly like pulse come from her hand from the magical scars as well.
I'm imagining it's like putting your tongue on a D battery.
That's a good way of describing it. It's like light pins and needles, not the really bad ones that like hurt, or the ones that tickle or whatever. It's just that weird kind of like, it's the area feels a bit like weird afterwards, almost bordering on numb, but not quite.
Yeah, so he's sitting there and he's taking a moment. Sorry. Sorry. And he's just like can't make the words for anything he's just done to make sense to anyone else besides himself.
This has been hard for you. I can tell. You're out of your element.
In more ways than one.
You're from the Fae. There's something untamable, almost just beast-like, but restrained in a way about you. Like you have your own rules and sets that you have to follow by, but killing is second nature to you. And you've been told not to.
There's something about feeling the warm rush of blood turn cold. It's addicting.
You did
Sorry,
good.
I just need a moment.
I understand. Please don't hurt yourself too much, though.
Nothing fatal.
I'd offer you to drink my blood, but I don't know if you'd be able to, stop from killing me.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about it. I just need to sit quietly, I suppose.
So do I.
You're
And
welcome
she-
to sit. I think the worst of it is past.
I have my own things to deal with. My own meditations to help alleviate my own problems. As she sits down next to you and just kind of closes her eyes. Roll an insight. I shouldn't ask you to roll insights because no, that's really good. You can tell from like as she's sort of sitting nearby enough that you can probably tell from this close proximity that she's like clearly like her heart rate is going a lot faster than it should be, and she is in tremendous amounts of pain. Like it is to the point where it's like she's showing it pretty well, but she's handling it as best she can. Like, you could probably tell Selena's the sort of person who is able to like hold back a lot of that stuff. Like she could have like a full like limb cut off, and she'd probably like not be crying out, sort of thing. Like she'd probably just be like dealing with it, like slowly dying. But yeah, it's on the surface enough that with a 17 you can definitely see it, like the shaking, the like deep breaths where she's trying to like contain herself. But she sits there and attempts to calmly meditate.
Does this seem like a physical pain, an emotional pain, or a mental pain?
Very physical. It's you could probably tell it's the wounds, but it seems like it's less than like just on her skin, like burns like that, but rather it's like a internal thing. Like this whatever has happened is like it pretty much reverberates around her entire body. But it is like pain, like chronic, like acute pain.
I will try something dumb.
Okay.
Zaz will pull out. He has a small-ish glass jar full of glowworms that he pulls out and will sort of place in front of you. And in the action of doing this, he will cast Enhance ability with Bear's Endurance to see if that may or may not help.
Enhance ability. Oh, like on her.
Yes.
I
Ready
guess,
for worms?
like, bears and so that's Constitution.
Yes. So that's like it's for game mechanics wise. It's advantage on Constitution check, and you get 2d6 temporary hit points.
Yeah, I guess, like,
You can have that affect you as you will.
it probably does sort of, like, help to a degree with, like, because Constitution's, it's a pain threshold as well as a, like, don't die threshold.
That's what
So,
I imagine.
you probably notice, like, that she is, like, struggling less. The pain is still there. It's still, like, quite bad, but, like, yeah, she's dealing with it better. And she sort of gives, like, a small smile, like, through closed eyes as she's still trying, like, kind of, like, doing this sort of very slow rock with, like, this kind of going into a happy place sort of thing. You could probably tell she is grateful for that.
Yes.
Yes.
Selena is very relaxed right now, I would say. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Okay. Inazaz,
Oh, as relaxed as she can.
Yes.
can you roll me a wisdom saving throw?
Sure, man. Whatever you need. That's a natural
Oh.
one.
Oh.
Give yourself inspiration.
Ah, okay. If you insist.
You finish casting a spell on her as she leans back, relaxed, laying back essentially in the grass in the sun, and you feel a breeze run across the fields. None of the grass moves, but you feel a breeze, and with it comes the scent of rot and stagnant water, mildew and mushrooms. And just with the breeze, you hear, "What a tasty morsel. You could just eat her up, couldn't you?"
He breathes heavily. No.
Defenseless? Her guard is down? And you're so hungry, aren't you?
No.
Make another wisdom saving throw.
He
Do I
puts his
hear any of
whole
this?
ass
Nope.
finger in his mouth.
You don't hear anything.
Oh.
You don't feel the breeze, you don't hear anything. As you resist as hard as you can, you feel that breeze start to die away, the smell recedes, and you just hear the chuckling in the back of your mind as you maintain control.
Bitch. Selena doesn't see, but Zaz sees that his finger is only being held on by a few strands and the bone to his hand.
Oh shit. I feel like after a while, like, she'd only have this moment for a little bit where she's trying to keep calm. But she'd open her eyes after a bit where she thinks that she's kind of gotten on top of it. Look over to him and just be like, "What happened? Your finger."
Nothing. I must have got more damaged in the fight than I initially thought. I've only just noticed it now.
Wow!
Okay, hang on. There,
Yeah,
there
I'm
is-
not letting roll the deception because
there might be one way.
you got a 1 in 20
Oh.
chance.
Fuck me, I am not ready for this kind of shit.
He lies through his fucking teeth.
That one's caught.
Says, we're going to be traveling together. We're going to be traveling together for probably quite a while. You don't have to keep anything from me. I'm not going to judge.
Hey Zaz,
Yes.
wisdom saving throw.
Oh my god, you piece of
Okay.
shit.
18.
Oh,
It's okay.
I can't. I actually can't talk about it. I gotta go. I gotta go now. And he'll get up and he'll book it.
I am going to take from that yeah, he literally cannot talk about it. And yeah, I mean, I rolled a pretty good insight. I think
Mhm.
she's got a bit of an idea with the little information she knows. Is she's just like, she just kind of feels bad for him at this point. I think that she can probably gather from this whole thing that, yeah, she could have maybe been in a little bit of risk around him, but like, she lets him go because it's like, you know, what's she gonna do? She's probably just making things worse right now, as she goes to like head back to the camp, hoping that he can, you know, like go and eat some wildlife or something like that and bring it back a little bit.
Himself.
Could have been like that sanity back.
As
Yeah,
you're
she's
running
concerned.
off, as you're running off by yourself into the savannah, can you make a charisma saving throw?
oh my lord.
Do that.
Natural.
Where was
20.
that earlier?
Where was that? You run for a time, getting away from it. As you run, you keep hearing that chuckle, occasionally catching on a wind that doesn't seem to move the grass. And eventually, you come to a stop, far enough out that you can't even, like, you know where you are, but you can't. You're far enough out you can't even see the Pride at the moment. And you just hear tick tock, little Zaz. Time flies. And then it all goes away. Everything you return, all these sensations that are floating in your mind, these strange voices, well, you know whose voice that is, depart from you, and you feel that tether that you did not even realize was there recede.
His immediate instinct is to find the nearest rock and start bashing his head against it, but he refrains. And just is probably out there for a good handful of hours, just to see if it comes back anytime soon.
You're out there. It's just you in the grass. So who's next?
Tara, you're
I'll say
feeling whimsical, huh?
I'll say, is anyone like still at the center, like watching this, like the event? Because like there are little like illusory things up that show the different teams still competing and what they're doing. So you're chilling out and hanging out there and just watching, or is there something? Oh, you leaving to something else? Exerting built-up energy. Just like burning all of that like pent-up tense energy that gathered, you know, as you're getting closer and closer to the end when shit was going down. Yep. As you're watching the different things, could you make me a perception check, Tara? 21. Yeah, amazing. Absolutely astounding. You're So as you're watching the different events going on, kind of like burning energy, you know, doing a cartwheel, a fucking backflip or something, just to like get rid of this excess, like this tense energy in your body. You're looking at the different screens. There's still a good like half dozen of them still up as the clock is ticking down to the end of the event. There's like minutes left now before it ends. You watch on like screens that like erosion, this like black erosion is coming in closer and closer. The first entire platform, like the first peninsula you guys are standing on, I can't remember the actual word for it now, is completely a plateau. Thank you. Is completely eroded away. All that's left is that third plateau, most of the bridge connecting to the second one, part of the second plateau, and the center of the river where all three of those rivers met. And you spot one of the cameras that draws a bit of your attention for a moment as you see Kuyan and her group still in the event. Do you keep watching or do you just nah? Yeah. You watch just to see how it ends for them. As minutes are passing down, you watch as they're not on any of the bridges. They're in the river. As you see, like the three rivers converge, and they're essentially in the middle of fighting. As it looks like they're fighting some weird, multi-headed beast of feather and beak that lets out discordant honks and wails as their team is fighting them. You see it. You can't tell how many, but they've gathered quite a number of sashes of their own. It's not a duck. It is similar to a duck, though, as you see a multi-headed goose-like hydra.
Not again.
As like one of Kuyan's compatriots like, chops off one of its heads, and then seconds later, two more goose heads grow out from the stump, and like bleating and honking in a discordant. And if you could hear it fully, it probably would be a very strange and horrible tune to hear, but through the filters of the illusion of the magic here watching it, it doesn't affect anyone here. But you see them fight that, and then eventually, with only a few minutes to spare, they manage to finally slay the creature, which releases, as it does, a massive geyser of water that launches the entire team into the air towards the third plateau, and then they all get thrown directly out of the event onto the ground. You see badly wounded. Most of them, like, surprisingly not that wet, as they seem to be standing on the water almost while they were fighting it. But with them is a myriad of, like, honestly, quite a cavalcade of sashes that they appear to have gotten from defeating the creature.
As you continue to watch, you see the points where they were at 42 like you at the start of the day, and they rocket past you, taking first position after this event.
That's not nice.
Sitting them on, I think, 73 or 74 points?
74.
74 points. You guys almost... Legitimately, there was a chance you guys could have passed them even if they did this. That was very close.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what Terra sees in the center. He's cheering on the Abomagoose. It does have a name. It is a very strange name. We just call it the Goostra because it's easier than remembering its real name.
Goostra.
I think its real name is a mother goose or
Yeah,
something.
it's a mother
yeah,
goose.
weird,
Actually, yeah, that makes sense.
And then,
yeah.
yeah, they were like Goostra. It's funnier.
It's just way better. So that's what Terra sees. Sorry. Can.
You may try.
So, yeah. Let's move a group to stall that dude's thing from to then make it out. You look for the one who the special tag you stole. You notice that on the listing of all the teams that made it out, easily over half of them were disqualified. And it seems like the guy whose clan symbol you stole did not successfully make it out. They failed. Harsh, he says. Maybe he was demoralized. Yeah. Fucking wear it. Show it off. That won't get you into trouble at all. We'll find out what happens with that next. Probably soon.
As you make it back to the tent.
Is anyone else doing anything for the rest of this day?
I mean, before Hugin wakes up, I guess.
Yeah, before Hugin wakes up. We'll say a couple hours pass. Hugin is waking up at this point. Is anything happening as Hugin's waking up? Does Hugin have anything he wants to do? Yep,
Over
Tez?
him aggressively.
Does Christine catch up to me?
Christine, where were you flying to?
It's a good question. I had an initial plan of what I wanted to do, but then with the transformation, I'm not sure.
Frustration still let you do things.
Christine, do you want to make a saving throw?
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Okay, make a wisdom saving throw, Christine.
Sure thing. Can I stop being next to Hugo? I'm not next to Hugo right now. I don't want to
Yeah, you
this
can.
bonus.
Yeah. We'll just ignore the 4 for now.
Well, you
Okay,
shouldn't
yeah.
be. You shouldn't be getting it anyway because it's unconscious.
Still technically at it apparently. Nine. It would just be a
17.
+1, so it'd be 17. Yeah.
17. Okay. You feel a pull in your mind that is basically just trying to pull you up, as saying, just fly up for now. Do you go? You're not like actually pulled
Yeah.
along. This isn't coaching, but do you go with this like kind of subconscious pull?
I think initially, like as she like sort of flies out, like she's still like half torn between like, do I bother now, considering just everything that's happening, or do I just like go somewhere else? And then just hearing the up, it's almost like kind of like the nonchalant, just like sort of batting like a hand like from your shoulder, like just intentionally. Pauses after like doing that motion. It just looks up, I guess, just for that moment. And yeah, I just would say she just would go up.
All right, you start to fly up. We'll come back to that in a minute. But is anyone so the answer to your question, Tez, is no. She does not catch up to you.
Okay. I guess when Selena gets back, she will just go back to the main camp, like check up on Hugin. Like I am assuming, like he said, Arthur's kind of like got his head in his hands. She'd sort of like give him space for now, knowing that he's probably going to like approach the party when he's ready to. Hugin seems good, so she's going to go just back to her tent and just wait for now. Do some writing.
Yeah. Hugin, as you're
Awaking.
waking up, you see Arthur sort of outside your tent, just sitting on
Oh
a
no,
stool.
next to him.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like sitting over him.
Directly above your head is just Arthur's face, looking down at you.
Rub the mane. Good day. How's it going? Made it out okay?
Why are you such a fucking moron?
What, the Dracolion?
Everything. The party, becoming who you are, caring about others.
You're asking why I care?
I'm asking why you haven't wandered off. Asking what makes you stay. What drives you, what doesn't make you turn tail and run.
I almost did for a while, actually. Your girlfriend was the one who convinced me.
Just glad you're alive.
There are days where I don't want to be, but there are few. Fewer now in recent weeks. If you're asking for a reason why I'm not leaving or why I'm not going, I've got a long journey ahead of me, and I know I can't do it on my own. You still got a long journey ahead of you, and you can't do that on your own. I mean, you can, but
I don't think I can.
do it on your own or do the journey entirely.
When you're ready, Hugin, the others should be outside.
I mean, I'm ready right now. I'll get them in. It's fine.
I'm just gonna kick him for good measure.
He's unconscious again. Kick him in the side of the face. He's out.
Once dinner's ready, Hugin, get them around the party, the fire. As I'll get to sort of the tent flap.
Mm-hmm.
You're meant to be the wise one. You should realize when someone's not talking about you, and walk off.
Oh shit! So you walk out, basically into Selena coming in. As you were heading your tent.
No, not gonna match eyes with her. Just to be clear.
Sorry, I went in and Hugin is awake.
Yeah, you're getting here as he's waking up. So yeah.
Wakey, sleepyhead.
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
Yes.
Good.
She's kind of like she looks at you with like looks down a little bit as well, like as she sort of. It's not that she's not holding eye contact with you at all, but it's fleeting. I'm guessing we're about to have some kind of conversation.
Apparently so. Sorry. You okay?
Yeah, I've just got some things on my mind, but I think that we're going to be able to work out some things, or at least hopefully work out some things, as long as you're okay. Just thought I'd double check that. Anyway, I might just see where Christine is, as she sort of like starts to like backstep out of the tent.
You, wait. I'll get up. Our eyes stretch a little bit. You want company for this, or,
I mean, yeah, I don't really. Did Akram mention where he was going? Was this something where he was planning on finding more people, or was he going off for a bit, or?
He's probably going to go for a little bit, gather everyone round for dinner.
He might have a little bit of trouble finding Zaz. I think he's dealing with a few of his own issues on his own at the moment. He's okay. That's a whole other thing. I'm sure he'll be okay.
Is this a Zaz issue or a Fae patron issue?
I don't know. I'm guessing I'm sure that he'll be okay, but there is not much that we can do about it at this time. I believe that having anyone around, food around, might not be the best thing for him right now. He needs to go for a solo hunt and sort out the blood rage that's building up.
Gotcha. I kind of understand that. So I take it everybody made it over safely?
Yes.
Okay. That's all I care about. I don't care if I go down, so as long as you guys are alright.
You should care about that, though, Hugin. wish that you would care about that.
I care about it a lot. I just only care about you guys being safe.
I care that you're safe. So please be more careful in the future.
I will keep it in mind. I really wanted to fly on that dragon though. That seemed fun.
She's sort of just like, it's like a sad sort of laugh. Like,
Look, who can... How many people in this world could ever say that they've flown on the back of a dragon? I mean, seriously.
I'm sure there's a time and place for everything.
What, do you want me to call Azeroth down here and say, hey, look, could you come down here? We want to have a fly. I don't think
that
that
would be
would work with him.
a close step to probably being killed or experimented on. I don't really know.
Yeah, I got something
She's
to
sort of-
talk to him about. But
She's while you're talking, she's looking around for Christine at the moment. Like she's
Yeah.
distracted. It's like a case of like you seem to be trying to like cheer her up or like, you know, lighten the mood a little bit. There's more going on in her mind than like can be sort of sorted out like that. And you know what? You can roll an insight too, because you're talking to her, so you may as well. Let's see if you're as clueless as... No, not that clueless. Yeah, you notice the same thing that Zaz notices, that like it's less of that now, because of Zaz's assistance, and there's also other things going on. But she is like, whenever she holds eye contact with you, it's almost like a level of shame that like sort of flies over her face. It's kind of like, it's not shame at you. It's like it's a complicated kind of uncomfortable feeling where it's like a guilt shame that it sort of builds up on her face as she sort of like tries not to hold the eye contact for too long.
hey,
Yes.
I can tell that look on your face.
I don't know if you can.
What are you guilty for? You have no reason to be guilty.
That's a loaded question, and I'm not really all that ready to talk about. No, I can't do this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I tried. I need to go find Christine. She sort of like.
Well,
tries to
Christine,
hurry out.
I don't know where she went. Try the bars. That might be. That's where I would go.
She's off. She's running away.
Selena makes a break for it, get a situation.
Yep.
And I think it's an apt moment that we cut to. We cut probably a little reverse in time back to Christine. Christine, you went up.
I did indeed.
You followed the poll, and to several people around here who were not too busy watching the event, they would swear that they saw a loose succubus ascend into the sky all of a sudden from the middle of the camp. That somehow most of the people here don't notice, given everything going on. But there's a few who will tell stories that people won't believe. But you fly up, and as you go up, the cloud cover around here, hanging surprisingly low for this time of year, welcomes you into its embrace as you ascend up through that first low-hanging layer of cloud. As you reach, as you're passing through, rather than the damp, wet cold that you'd expect from flying through a cloud, it actually starts to feel warmer.
Yes, with a bit of curiosity, she kind of just looks around with that.
You keep ascending.
Yeah.
You keep ascending, and you break free from the top of this cloud layer. And as you do escape out of it, it almost looks. You look around yourself, and you don't see a blanket of white, fluffy clouds from the top looking down. Instead, you see just a single lone cloud that you've just ascended out of, in the middle of a stark and sweltering desert. Sands, which normally aren't around, as the waste is a salt flat. Sand dunes of a mix of yellow and red sand stretch out in all directions, and in the distance, always within view, like you turn and somehow you can always see it, is a city of glittering light and color, bright and shining, almost beckoning. So far away, there's no way you could make it. Like you could not fly there now, but you can always see it.
I think it's that initial bit of confusion as to how, as to why now. But I don't know, I think with everything that's kind of happened over a good while, like everything that she's been sort of internally dealing with, just can't help but stare.
And as you look out on this vast, vast desert that seems to stretch out infinitely from where you are, and the city you can't ever lose sight of, you hear a voice catching on the wind that comes closer. You don't see the face, but you know it, as you just hear, "Wrapped around your finger. I don't think it would take much for you. If you were to pull, would he come? Would he come to heal, Christine?"
Why have you pulled me up here?
Well, several reasons. One, to say I'm thoroughly impressed about the work you've done for him. It is so inspiring, you could call it. It's almost like a puppy, you know? As I said, I bet if you called, he would come running.
And what do you want of him for?
Oh, I do not need him. I have my own puppies, Christine. You could have that one.
Then what do you need of me for? To call me here?
Is it so wrong to want to chat with my granddaughter?
I think at that, she kind of half, like, sort of tenses, but then deflates a little bit. Like, not entirely sure how to take everything.
We are connected, Christine. As you feel that, like, thrum, the warlockish energy that you know comes from her, kind of thrums inside you.
I know.
And when have I done anything but help you?
I think at that, she just lets out a massive sigh and just kind of almost like half casts her eyes a bit away and just like almost in a guilt where, I mean, she's right in that regard.
Now, I've got a few questions for you, but I have a feeling some of them you won't answer. And that's fine. I won't push today.
Ask away.
Where is Zava?
Second question.
I had a feeling that would be the answer. Do you plan on returning to Ghislaine anytime soon?
Is there an attachment for a third question to that second one?
I was just going to say that if you happen to find yourself moseying on that direction, I have a feeling you have a bit of unfinished business I'm sure you'd love to resolve. Just remember, I can help you.
Kind of half like grits her teeth, like not trying to show it, but like very much as like it's there, but what is the end goal that you want from that if I were to receive your help?
Oh, I feel like our end goals are aligned. You want your half-sister's father to be safe. Your father, in some ways. You want to
just
get... You want revenge on the man who did what he did to your mother and who hunted you for such a long time.
I just want to know what he did in the first place. That's all I care about.
There's only one way you're going to be able to ask him, honey. But that's fine.
What are you thinking?
All I'm suggesting, if you happen to find your way back into Ghislaine, no rush right now. When you make your way back there, reach out, and I'll help you.
No strings attached, or where's the extra parts?
There's no contract to sign, darling. You're my granddaughter. I want to make sure that you succeed.
Well, I'm sorry if initially that because there was a contract, I assumed strings attached.
That is a whole different mess to deal with, honey. Once you come into your own power, you won't need that anymore. For now, I'm just lending you a bit of what is eventually yours to come. But we will deal with that another day. Stretching and reaching like this is not a small feat, I'll admit. But I have one last question for you. What do you think of my home? As you look out of that city you still can never look away from. Eye-catching, isn't it?
It's warm. Almost internally than external. Why you ask?
I just think maybe one day... I know it's not an easy job to do, but one day, once things settle down, maybe you should try coming for a visit, darling. Now that would be impressive. Well, I am running out of time here. Got some other matters to tend to at home. So, have fun on the flight back. And as the final line, like ear sounds reach your ear, that cloud that you're floating above suddenly encompasses you completely. The warmth recedes very quickly into this damp, wet air, and you feel the flickerings of the power that you know that your temporary form you find yourself in now is going to recede soon, and you have to go back down.
I think not even getting the chance to even just sort of process everything that she just went through. She just immediately just dives back down, knowing she doesn't have time for that, as is the normal standard of everything in this adventure. If it's one after the other, and like sort of every like sort of bit down, like bit of the power receding. But I like to imagine not all of it.
No, not completely.
Yeah.
As you
Little bits.
descend, you break through the cloud layer. You descend down towards the scaffolding that you can see even from far above. And eventually, as you make it down towards the ground, as this power recedes bit by bit, leaving its last traces of itself attached to you still, as it usually does. But you return to the camp. Sometime around when Hugin, sometime a little after Hugin awoke. If it would be convenient, we can say that you can see Selena rushing off.
Sure.
I'm looking around.
If that-
I'm
if
not
that-
looking up.
If that's convenient for something you already want to do. There you go.
I think seeing her rushing off on her own, I imagine.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I
would-
believe so.
I would go try to intercept at some point.
Are you still in your like infernal form?
No, it's receded, but I won't ask anything until I get close.
Okay. She's you clearly like looking for someone. You can probably guess it's you.
She'll sort of almost go to like sort of yell out, kind of pauses for a moment, doesn't, just sort of moves to get closer before making it like sort of a lesser like sort of heard like notice of just Selena.
She like snap turns towards you at that as like you can probably see that she's like there's like emotions bubbling there that she's sort of trying to like contain. But she see you, she's just like the relief of it. She just like basically runs up to you and like
Oh,
kind of like double checks you. She's just like, it's just I couldn't find you. I'm sorry. Are you okay?
I'm alright. And like imagine you're just like double checking and like all that sort of stuff. You want to make me a quick investigation check for me?
Investigation?
Yeah, because it's touch.
Sure.
I'm feeling, Christine, our minds are aligned here.
Yeah. Mine might be slightly different to you, but feel free to add on or take away whatever you wish. You get the final says, of course. But I was imagining, like, the one thing that's slightly more noticeable than the rest would just be, like, horns are just a tiny bit more pronounced. They're not meant to be, like, big horns in general. Like, they're very, like, small ones, but they're just a bit more. But some small details, I imagine, just sort of going noticed were, like, tips of like the fingers like in that sort of like same like purplish hue as like under her eyes, like it kind of like even there just sort of spreads on like little sparkles around like sort of bits of the skin around her face, probably even her arms. If you had anything else, Darren, fucking throw it on. I'll take anything.
That's fine with me.
Yeah,
We were on the
Just-
same wavelength.
yeah,
I think with
just
like
little bits of that.
enough of those noticeable levels, like I can probably say that like the more infernal side of your magic probably feels a little bit stronger at this point.
Probably one thing to notice as well, at least just for the more recency of it all, she feels warm to the touch, more so than
Yeah.
normal.
She notices that like once she reaches you.
Um,
Something happened.
just kind of like half waves, like it off almost. Like it's fine. I had when I was with R4, just it's
There's so many people in this group that just they're either obligated not to talk about their problems
no.
or they just don't want to. I know there's more to it than that. And if you don't want to talk, it's okay.
It's not
But-
that. With R4, it's just I didn't really want to listen at the time. All right, I didn't, and obviously, I don't know how long I've been holding on to this, but I've had something bubbling for a while, and it all came out at once, and I just needed to go up, away. I fell up. I felt need to go up. I
Okay.
just.
Did it help?
I don't know. Maybe. I can't tell. I can't tell with that woman.
Oh. Guess maybe it's better than no.
It seems like at least no strings attached. If we ever find ourselves in Ghislaine again. I've been invited to come home.
I
That
guess
too
that
as
shouldn't
well.
surprise me.
And then the third thing she wanted to know was her location.
Mm.
I'm going to say this right now. That's never thought of or spoken of again.
Understood.
And I'll damn well make sure everyone else knows that, because if they cross that, then I don't know. I don't know.
It's never spoken of again.
I just... She's not wrong. She's done nothing but help. And every moment where I felt like I could have had something that could have helped me, I've tossed it away. For the sake of something greater or something along those lines. I don't understand why I'm doing this.
It always feels like they've done nothing but help. But what are they really helping?
Well, it's themselves, obviously, but
Not much more
What
different
if we
than
don't-
Celestials, really.
what if we don't take this stuff? And we just... There's some point down the line where that would have actually saved us.
I think there's a line,
I
a
know.
very cautious grey line that we have to walk.
I know.
Because if I step over that line as well, we all know what will happen then.
I stepped over that line in the first few months.
Do you remember
Straight
what it was
away.
like when I first broke through the ice? You can say I stepped that line too. Because I certainly didn't say no or maybe. It was yes and. But we know better now.
I don't know if I do. I don't know. Nothing is leading me in a good direction right now. It's either bad, worse, or worse than bad. At least some of it I get
think that
something.
I think at the very least we should talk as a party. Maybe try and settle things a little bit better. I know talk probably only leads to slight changes, but we need to work something out.
If he mentions briefly again about abandoning someone, I am going to just walk out. Just stop me when I try.
Okay.
Because I don't want that again. Not again.
He's angry and he's emotional. And I think that he says a lot of stupid things that he probably doesn't truly mean. Or maybe
I know it's not
I do-
directed at specifics, but just when that was said, I just thought of Gipshu.
I understand.
And that's when it snapped. That's when it all fell over.
Once everyone has blown off some steam or whatever else, and we can sit together and maybe be honest about this a little bit. Everyone needs to get out things that they're keeping from people. She says, as she sort of like you've hardly noticed, she sort of like puts a hand on her bag a little bit back, and then suddenly her eyes go like really wide as she realizes that she's missing something. And it's just like turns towards where she came from, looks back at you, and is like, I have to,
You
I'm sorry, I have to go get
You
it back.
can't-
Please, you
you
can come with
haven't
me if you want. Sorry.
because you haven't said anything yourself yet. I just I don't know. I don't know what to say. I could just say what's wrong. Am I going to get an answer for that?
I am in a lot of pain right now. A lot of pain. It's.
Then slow down, please.
I tried. I did. I really tried. But it's just. I can't let people bleed out. And I need to work through this. I'm
We can-
sorry.
We can figure something. We can have backup plans. We just don't. Please don't.
I did fall because of something that the harpies were casting on me. I know that for a fact. It happened as soon as we were fighting them. It was like a spear through the brain. But
But there was something else. I could. Even after when I was beside you,
it's
Just like-
connected to me. She points to her arms. All these. It didn't just scar me. It's part of me. And I'm just growing around it at this point. I'm learning how to become part of it. But I'm not there yet. I need to work it out. It's like I said before, it's the magic is different. And I'm still learning how to be one with that. And this challenge was maybe a little bit more than I should have taken on. The first day was easier. This one was hard because it was long. It took a lot more out of me.
next time that happens, you bow out. If it's ever during travel, ever during days, we tap out, we rest. Please don't keep pushing yourself like that.
Okay. I can promise that. As
I'd
long
rather,
as your
I'd
life's
rather
not in
you
peril.
hear. I'd rather you hear than someone else up, and I can't do anything about you.
But if you're falling and close to death, I can't stop myself. You know that. That's where I draw the line.
It looks like she's about to say something. Kind of like takes in a breath. Just closes her eyes, lets it out. Sort of loosens like the tension. Just. What were you missing?
My journal. There's a lot of private things in my journal. I must have dropped it when I was. It'll be over near Akfu. You can probably. Oh
Lead the way.
God. She's like the realization again is she's sort of like in that like important conversation had stopped thinking about it and now she's just like, oh fuck. But yeah.
Lead on.
So,
Steam will a little bit of a slower pace go behind.
So Akva,
Yes.
You've been looking for everyone, trying to gather them up for a big talk, right?
No,
No?
he just went off to get some things. He literally left that to Hugin.
Like, you're Hugo to gather everyone up. Okay.
That
Making
was
sure.
literally the words before his other words to leave.
Okay. Just making sure. Yeah, and then he got ditched. So, just to confirm what everyone is. Terra is basically wherever she needs to be right now. As you're in the camp central, you can easily be at the tent with everyone else. Christine and Selena are heading back towards the tent where Hugin is. So easily Terra could, like, basically meet up with you and gather on the way. What I'm trying to say is you wanted to have some kind of big meeting with everyone, Akva.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to have this happen now? As we can say, conveniently, the time as Christine and Selena returning towards the camp, towards the tent where she's looking for her diary. Conveniently, people seem to regather at the tent at this time.
That's a good
Zaz
question.
returns from out of camp. You arrive here at the same time, seeing everyone gathered together.
How's Zaz feeling?
You don't
Yeah.
know.
that's-
Yeah, like, does he stay
know.
out there? Like,
Alright, ask, find out,
I'm about to.
or roll the funny number.
What funny number you want me to roll?
42, so you can ask directly and get an answer from
Oh
us.
yeah, sure. Here you go. No,
Exactly.
I got you.
Go ask a third party what's wrong.
Almost.
I get closer every time.
Wondering how
Um,
long
The
he would
helpful
be out
convenient
for.
fix Zaz might have something that Akva needs.
Zaz does approach. He looks normal, like nothing happened, totally fine, as if wasn't shaking. Nothing. It's just how he was before they went into the Pride, whatever it's called. I forget the name.
Pride.
Pride games.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yes.
The Great Pride.
That
Pick one. I don't care which.
Pride games. I like it. I call it that even if it's wrong.
He can do that. He's native.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like, as Christine and Selena exit the tent with her journal, hopefully.
We'll do that next time.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I mean, I
But-
could at least give you what would be the setup Akva's doing prior. If Hugin does successfully get people to actually come back, Akva would essentially be around the campfire and some seating, setting up candles in spots with a rope sort of connected between them.
We say, yeah, you all see this as someone returning, as other people are gathering. You all see Akva sitting there with the candles and the tent and the seats set up.
Last time you guys did this, you did it without me.
Yeah, we did.
I dropped the idea of the journal, seeing that it's like another time. Looks towards Zaz if he's like that completely. It's just like, I'm glad you're back.
He gives a small nod.
I like
And
to
I go-
think for everyone's benefit as well, just because I think like it's probably interesting. Like if you're setting up like an actual like sort of camp thing, just maybe that's like glint of almost like what would be something a similarish to glitter, just along like sort of a face and arms, but
That's cool.
probably that like sort of brief look actually like what is that, like it is the purple like sort of flecks that you've seen like around her eyes, around the horns, but just all around.
Akva's kind of got a distant look, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine, just for those who might notice. He's got good wisdom.
Zaz
I
will give
probably
you Pearl of
noticed.
Power back.
I'll trade the staff back, I guess. Imagine nothing's really said too much because I don't know anything about it. Just like a thank you. Hope it was actually somewhat helpful. The staff was.
The sandworms killing us. I would call that helpful.
Just shrugs.
They were a big, big, big problem.
I like go over to where like Aqua's set up this thing for us to sit down and sit down.
Imagine I'll take a seat, sort of maybe a bit opposite distance to Akvor. So that way I have like a good facial focus if need.
I'll sit down wherever.
As will do the same.
Tara?
Handstands.
Flips you off.
Backflips into the sea.
It's in the fire.
Oh yeah. I
Oh,
did, yeah.
that's okay.
Mrs. Gorgeous is eating the candle, just
I
chilling on
had
the end of
spare
the flame.
candles. It's okay. Akva will then, once everyone is seated, reach into the fire with a rope tied around his hand.
Okay.
And I'm going to leave it at that. I feel like that's a better point.
What the fuck are you doing? Yeah.
I put my hand in over his hand.
You're a dumbass. It's basically to get the rope burning in the circle.
Okay. Then why is your hand still in the... You know what? Never mind. Pat, pat,
There was a lot of rope tied around that hand.
pat, pat. You, So, discuss.
Scene.
Maybe we can do it now. It's up to
Should we
to
all
DMs.
look at Akva?
Yeah, it's like
Look
that's
at
a good
Arthur
question.
expectantly.
He raises up his sort of hand that's burning, and then flicks it back so the rope flies off and goes outside the circle. There's reasons I did all that. Just try to understand. Frustrations are high, aren't they?
Personally, for me, not really.
You'll notice there's a lot of candles and a rope that seems to be burning slowly. If anyone does not wish to speak, they will not be required to. This was something that was tried back when I first joined the party. Try and get people to understand who we each are. So, I want to make things clear for where I stand. I am Arkva. Perhaps of the Varali tribe, maybe once of the Varali tribe. And I want to tell you who I am.
That's pretty good.
Giving DMs a perfect point to end it there.
Like, no, we still got 40 minutes.
Yeah,
Go, man.
we can go for another hour.
We were gonna be like, you should have the conversation, start the next
Well,
session,
wants to
not
have
the
it,
next day.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's, I mean, it's up to you.
Well, it's now.
Yeah, we're just doing it tonight. That's fine.
I'm invested.
When I
Anything
first
else
joined
to
this
tell me?
party, let's be honest, I walked away from most of it. Most of you weren't there for that, but that was the group that once, after a while, became known as gatekeepers. The symbol that we've been using was, I suppose, that. A name that we've been heralded as, or perhaps criminalized as. I personally don't think we have a right to that name. So I want to start with a few things. I pull out the sending stone and I'm going to toss it to Christine, even if it's like on the other side. You are not to let me use that for what I plan to do without hearing what I'm going to say.
Just holds it.
I plan to reach out to Azeroth,
That's
Yeah.
the dragon, yeah.
the arsehole of a dragon. I plan to try and get answers to things that maybe are beyond my comprehension. It's a start. I plan to protect this party. I don't think that's changed. But I also don't... I think we need to figure out who we are. That's how I feel I should start this, at least. At the end of this, I will... And let raises the other hand from the pocket, which has rope tied around it as well. Once it reaches this point, I will know whether people wish to stay or go. Whether they want to hear me out or not.
Okay.
Who would like to speak?
Keegan raises his hand.
So I have been contacting Azeroth about, questions. So I think it's kind of a moot point. I'm not going to stop you from doing that. I'm actually actively doing that.
Azeroth's not the other one I've been contacting, Hugin.
Christine's eyes widen. She just shakes her head like slightly as like a no, you didn't.
I'm not revealing names, just it's more of a... To answer him, like, Azeroth's only one of a few.
Hers is like a prayer of like, you did not. Like...
Alright. I was Zavash. I was Judas Lawson. I was Xavier. I am Hugin. I have been on a wild ride to get to this point of my life where I am now. In the span of a couple of months, honestly. Not even. I came to this party not of my own volition, but because I had to, because of a job. I don't think I'll be in this party forever. I have things I need to do outside of it, but you guys can help me with that once I get there eventually. But until that time, I'll be with you. After all. And I look at Christine. A man's got to pay for what he's done. And I've got to pick up the pieces afterwards.
Just doesn't reply.
Anybody else would like to speak? And I put my hand back down.
Zaz will put his hand up. This is the dumbest shit, but this is what we're humoring, then so be it. I am Inazaz. No last name. I found you, well, you guys found me, but I was searching for you all to ask for help. But all this chaotic bullshit has gotten in the way. After spending so much time with all of you, I would be lying if it was not entertaining at the very least. I have a goal. A lot of the specifics I cannot talk about physically, but it does involve going back home. If you guys want me gone, just say the word. If not, you're stuck with me. This is too much fun. And he'll put his hand down.
Ugh. I think like, oh yeah, you go first. Go for it.
Tara will put her hand up very enthusiastically, just like almost standing up and then sitting back down. And then she'll go, "Hi, I'm Tara Elamar Hyoyan. My family's dead. I'm making a new family, and I need some of you guys for that. So I'm staying." And then she sits back down.
I think Christine looks to Selena just to see how she's looking to go first or not.
She looks to you like she knows that you want to.
I think she just kind of like slightly shakes her head and just nods to you.
I am Devaja Selena, formerly of Ghislaine, formerly of Iliki Texter, the Celestial, and now my own. You all who have been here long enough know what my original path led me to be. Complete the trials, fulfill the prophecy, and perish, as far as we know. But we like to make our own destinies here. And that's enough about me. Our spirits, as a group, are in disorder. Our differences often slight one another. Sometimes they temper us as well. But we must try to work together to settle our frustrations, because there are greater dangers out there that will dismantle everything that we know. We've all been set on this path for one reason or another, and we will be eaten alive by this world on our own. We have been both blessed and cursed by fate, and there's naught that we can do about that. But hold on to each other and just be ourselves. That's all I need to say.
I think instead of raising her hand, she just stands.
You have
Very,
more.
very simply, my name is Christine. Once a spark of Ghislaine, potentially royal, potentially one of the Infernals, or the Celestials. I don't fucking know. And for the few that might remember, I may be standing very similarly to last time, but this is so far from that I don't even know where to start. I was just meant to leave my home just for a bit. Be taken away from what I assume was just a lot of strain. I didn't realize it was a tactic to get me out of the city, to protect me, to not fall the same fate my mother had. Everyone but Zaz knows that, like, what happened initially to that. But yeah, she was captured just after she completed what she needed to do. And at this point, everything that's been set in motion has been a nightmare. I'm not going to sugarcoat any of this. It's not been good. It doesn't help that half the problems come from external. It doesn't help that some of the problems come from us. But I do not understand what it is we're doing. Throwing knives at each other. I'm not going to say I'm innocent of that. But why are we doing this in the first place? How long have we been doing this? Even with Zaz, like, so looks at you. It's like, you've not been here for long. But how much have we done?
Didn't we stop a whole bunch of war form guys?
It was never our problem to solve. We haven't done enough. Nor
I
have we
feel like we've done
too
plenty.
much.
Because what we're trying to suggest here about getting back on track involves us having to figure out who took like the phylactery in the first place, where it is, and what happened to the cube. We still have to look out for other things as well. Like, we don't know what we're doing because we don't have anything. We have information. We have still fragments of old notes that are deep within, like, she like pulls out like from her backpack like a little journal, deep within this thing, which I've been tossing aside at this point. There's no point even caring at this moment. What I'm frustrated trying to say is, what's this for? And she just kind of looks at Arkful with that.
The gods have made me terrified of my own path. But I think I came to the resolution today. I think the purpose of this rope was to represent a path. The path backwards. It's very hard to walk on a burnt rope, is it not?
Looks at you.
The reason I hold the end of this path in my hand is because I no longer intend to take left or right. I intend to push well beyond all paths, make them all align. And I'm prepared to fight the gods to do it.
She's still standing, but she has like a somewhat like mix of determination, mix of just, you can tell that she's like listening intently and she's got that sort of deep look, but nothing of walking back.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't terrified of it. Any of you think I could really fight a god? No.
Not on your own.
I don't think any of us could on our own.
I've always wondered what celestial blood tastes like. Chuckles.
You might get them half and half.
Today I crossed my own lines, my own paths. The one of violence, giving into that bloodlust. I, quite frankly, knocked Hugin out. He pissed me off. No offense, Sass, but giving into that bloodlust is what led me to being wanted in the first place.
I don't take offense.
The problem is,
disappointing use of potential.
You misunderstand. Problem is, I don't remember it. The very first time it happened, I don't remember it. I'm sure some of you might understand what it's like to have memories tampered with. So explain to me why some blood rages I remember, others I don't. It makes me wonder if I ever truly did strike.
You know, every now and then, I genuinely forget about what I did. That moment in the forest. I feel like, at least, it was better to forget. I felt like it. It's not. And even with stuff that is missing, stuff that you know it's there, even if it happened, what can you do about it? There's so much atonement that can be done, but...
Who said this was about atonement, Christine?
And what are you looking back on?
I don't think I should be. That's the point. Zaz reminded me throughout this tournament to give in to that bloodlust. where it comes from. But I don't think it comes from somewhere in the past anymore. I want it to come from the drive to protect. The drive to be ready to kill anyone that would harm those I want to help. Call it a savior complex, call it whatever you want.
Just be careful of that line. You seem to end well with me where that leads.
I'm asking, are you, all of you, willing to help me through this?
Yes.
Not as the gatekeepers, though. I want to know what we are as a group.
A family, I guess.
A very dysfunctional family.
A group of survivors. A group of ill-fated, destined for...
No. I'm not going with Destiny.
Destiny is what led us down this problem. The fates. They think there's only one or two paths. Why should I listen to either?
Does survival fit better? But at this point, I'm not trying to stick around to protect you because of some kind of group mentality. There's more to it than that.
When I look at what remains, you've got, well, someone who's borderline, perhaps the weave themselves. Unstable and ready to blow if we can't help. But I think some of us are ready there to tape the pieces and hold them down. We've got someone who's going through a midlife crisis and is very hot-headed in combat.
Looks at Hugin.
We've got, quite frankly, a carnal animal that can barely control his instincts.
Looks at you.
Looks at Hugin.
That was Zaz. Actually points at Zaz.
Yeah, well, fuck you, man.
We've got a shape-shifting, chaotic gremlin who is prepared to probably burn down the camp if I gave the word.
I'm not a gremlin.
I didn't do that second part.
We've got someone who feels they did wrong but was forgiven and still questions that. Someone who amongst everyone in this party I will do everything to protect. Even if it means having to harm myself to do it.
I'm not really sure that.
And then you're left with the one, possibly biggest idiot in this group who knows little to nothing about the world. And yet you're letting him lead you into battle. Why?
You give yourself not enough credit. It's always easy to look at oneself and the flaws. You don't see what we see.
I don't think I'll be needing some of my things and plan to leave them behind anyway. Throws my combat gold. Let's next to the fire. Not my bone ones, the ones I don't use, just to be clear.
The point is, you're someone that I feel like I can ask for help. I've never been good at asking for help. Not directly. But I feel like I could rely on you.
We're nobodies.
I swear to God, if you call us the nobodies, I'm leaving.
I'm gonna flip.
In all the storybooks you ever read, you always are following the perspective of one person. Our perspective is just simply one amongst. Throws out, looks to the sky. Millions on this planet.
Yeah.
Is that a number?
Storybooks with pictures I didn't read.
So we don't know what was the credits.
Why does a story have to end? I was never good at reading the last pages.
Stories end from the beginnings.
So what if we make this the closing of a chapter and the beginning of a new?
Exactly.
Or a volume 2.
Titus
So
three.
Volume 2. Volume 2 sounds like a good group name.
Were
actually
any of
like
us
that one.
Why would we be the main characters in our own story? What if if you were to look at everyone else's storybook around us, we would be the villains.
I don't have a problem with that. There will always be villains in people's stories. If I happen to be one in someone else's, so be it.
The point is, as before even you joined, we left a lot of chaos. According to an entire religious order, I am one of the biggest threats they've ever had.
I'm desired by the Hells, and have even been invited back there.
Can we come?
She kind of doesn't actually reply with you saying that. Just like thinking back on words.
Stories like that are black and white.
If we were to retrace our steps, where do you think things changed? Was it when Osiris left?
Don't put this on me, man.
That's rude.
Was it when, even more recently, Sylvie left? Or was it before all of that? Were our stories ever properly being written? Perhaps we were just echoes of a book. Remnants of someone who didn't know how to write a book, instead wrote pages, scattered them about a cave, and yet kept mixing up where things should go. Well, he's a forgotten author now, I'm sure.
I'm carrying the fragments, whatever remains of a dead god, so, we're connected to whatever fragments of a dead god there is, so we're gonna go back. Echoes of the Forgotten.
Have you told us that, actually?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, we did.
I'm trying to remember when that was, because it does not cross my brain.
It was back
when I got stabbed, and I told you immediately
The
after.
first bit. Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I freaked out, so it's probably blocked my brain.
Yeah.
The candles are lit. The rope's almost burnt. Are we all ready to smash this path together?
Yes.
Then, and I will sort of have my palm with the rope that's fire's getting towards, above the campfire, upturned. Who's willing to join me on this one? Knowing that full well we could all be in a lot of danger. We have, well, I assume another run-in to come up with the wilds. Let's become those side characters that people remember or forget. The ones that no one knows the name of yet somehow left an impact.
If the gods can be forgotten, then we'll see what happens from there.
Zaz will get up. You guys don't know how much danger you're in.
No, Zaz, I don't think you understand how much my resolve is here.
Also, you imply the physical danger. You have no idea what you've been sort of partying with.
I'll take your word for it. Worst case scenario, I die.
Tis says, I had a prophecy passed on from the god of fate, telling me that I have to give up my life to save the world. My
To
existence.
say gods don't lie.
And that's what I'm banking on at the moment. Or at least that I can be strong enough to surpass that. I've accepted danger with every waking breath. She like walks to Aqua. I'm with you.
No regrets.
You're all insane. But I guess it's an insane I can get behind.
I think you'll fit in just fine.
I watched everything I ever knew and loved die before my eyes. I've been looking for a reason. You guys might be it.
Put my hand in.
We all know the players that control the threads around me. If you all wish to stick around, that's you. But don't you dare think for a moment that I do not care about everyone else here. And she'll put her hand in.
We all show our care in one way or another.
Thank you. Hand in.
As everyone has their hand on the end of this rope, and as it starts to continue to burn downwards to the collection at the bottom, smoke starts to rise from it. Very black, pitch black smoke starts to rise, and each of you see the form of a black lion with a single space in his head empty and 2 slots for his eyes also empty. As you each look at it, you all have a myriad flashback of every decision you've ever made that led you all to this point right now, today.
Great.
And as it does, it fades away.
I want to flip him off.
And that's where we're in session.
Wonderful. I want all my trauma.
That's okay. Would you like to roll
You're
the
welcome.
table?
What a session.
What the fuck is this shit?
What do you mean?
Honestly.
What
about?
do you mean? What do you mean?
This is
What do you
crazy.
about? No, you do this to yourself.
So
Well, I believe I've just threatened the gods and pretty much made it clear that I don't plan to just contact Azeroth. That
Yep,
was a
I
secret.
know. I know who you're contacting.
No one does.
I
Multiple times while things were going on, I just wanted to be
Well, you
subtly
do,
to Jeremy, just be like, Zaz, your scalp itches. Just to be like, just like
just
mine
felt
like that.
like-
Zaz, you've got something stuck in your tooth. It's
Yeah.
really bothering you.
Just like have like
You can
slight
still
smells of
rock in your
sulfur.
boot.
Ah, fuck. That's the worst one of us all.
the book's always in my shoe. I deal with it. I take the armor off and it comes out.
Oh my lord.
So how's everyone doing?
Good.
Yeah, I'm fine.
So we stick with remnant. I like that. Like remnants.
I do like that.
You could workshop it. You could workshop. You got 2 weeks.
We can work. We can work.
What the hell are you?
That's not
Fuck
saying.
your echoes. We're going remnants.
That's not saying remnants is bad. I'm just saying you can workshop it. You got 2 weeks.
Fucking decision before next session.
Yeah, but the echoes of the forgotten.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the echoes of the forgotten.
Be glad I didn't say the nameless.
We
I was
really
hoping
are
so
the
bad for
whispers
nobody's.
of the Atheneum.
When you said nobody's, I almost flipped, and I was about to do a backflip.
We are Organization 7.
I would burn this fucking campaign to the ground if you don't incorporate fucking Kingdom Hearts in this shit.
I could die happy.
You'll die, that's for sure.
Are any of our
Hell yeah.
frienders who stream doing anything interesting next week?
No, I'm not at the moment.
To stream. I forgot what that is now.
I will talk for Terra. I believe there is Sunhaven and Terraria
And whatever the hell happens on a Monday at the moment.
and Mondays. That was Divinity 2. Unless that's
Yeah.
not stopped being
No.
Divinity 2.
That's happening.
Yeah, I heard you.
It's still happening. We need everyone there.
I will
Sun
be
haven't I
playing.
guessed it all without even looking.
I'll see if tomorrow if I'm feeling like streaming after D&D, but more Alan Wake, maybe a little bit more DVD. next Thursday we're playing Digimon again?
Yes. We are
Yes.
playing it until it's done now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for coming. Tuesday for me, I'll be starting Banjo-Kazooie, probably going to do a 100% run, completion. I love that. I've played it once, but I'm going to try and get all the achievements, hopefully. But at least collect everything in the game. Turn on the X-Bone for the first time in like years. So that'll be good. Wednesday is attempt 2 of the Pokemon Hardcore Egg Lock for Pokemon Y. We'll be jumping back into that. All my friends have added some new guys in. I have as well. I made a theme. It's very funny. And they're not too overpowered, I think, the ones I've made. I think it's just very funny, the ones I've done.
And more to make for you.
And then Thursday is... Yeah, as we said, Digimon Story Crown, a one-shot set in D&D one-shots in the Digimon world with the stuff I've made, based off the skeleton of other people. It was going to be a 1/2 shot, but I mean, that's really up to the players. I'm not going to even say that's up to me anymore. It's up to them if they want to do everything. So yeah, part 2 will be next week. And then Friday will be the end of DMC2, with the end of the Lucia stuff. We stopped before heading into like the longest part of her game, so we've only got 4 chapters left, and we'll be finishing that and then jumping into DMC3 right afterwards, because hey, it was short and DMC3 is a good game is what people said. And then Saturday next week is session chapter 28, 20 something, random number.
Something.
Actually, I think it's 30 something. Now that I think about it, I think it's like 39.
Oh, really? Fuck.
Or 37? 37. Something 30. 38! Close. Every number but the one I wanted. Chapter 38 of Guardians Rebirth, homebrew D&D campaign based on isekai things that are starring Darian, Tez, Kay, and Rebecca. They just made their way to the cool new mining town that they're wanting to go do stuff. That'll be fun.
Like Minecraft.
And play Minecraft. And then, yeah, we'll continue this new chapter of Echoes of the Forgotten in 2 weeks' time.
It's the same chapter, we just threw paint at it.
It's the same chapter, but we scratched out the name because we don't like it anymore. I'm putting a new name on there.
We just made it a second volume.
Like in the book, it's like literally just got the chapter name and they crossed it out. Put a new
It's
name in there.
it's chapter 2.8.
Over 3
I
days.
go home now. See you later, guys.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.